up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Flagrant 2 podcast. No easy buckets, analysis by assholes, water cooler commentary for your sports needs. We are back.
We're back.
Okay, all three of us.
Yes.
The squad is back.
The squad is back.
The gems are together, whatever that shit is.
The Infinity Stones.
The stones are together. We got all the stones, bro. We got soul, heart, fire.
Reality.
Is fire one of them?
That's Captain Planet.
That's Captain Planet.
Close enough.
I don't know.
Close enough.
All I know is the Indian dude had the worst fucking one in Captain Planet.
Oh my god.
Heart.
Dog.
Do you remember Captain Planet?
Heart's the most important one. What are you talking about?
I mean, not when you got like a bad guy that don't recycle.
What make Michael Jordan great? Heart.
But it's not tangible. It's not tangible,
I'll take
man.
the 6'6" and high jumping ability stone.
Motherfucking Manute Ball 7'7". Garbage.
Yeah,
no
he
heart.
He couldn't jump.
So
Sean
y'all
Bradley knows
saw
heart.
Manute Ball had mad heart, son. He came from nothing.
Y'all saw
Sean Bradley,
you know
no heart.
Manute Bol's son is like the shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bol
he be
Bol.
hooping.
Yo.
That motherfucker. But like, it's fucked up when you first see him because like you're a Manute Bol fan and you think
Yeah.
he's gonna talk like Manute Bol.
I'm sorry, a Manute Ball fan?
No, I mean, not a Manute Bol fan, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you ever hear Manute Bol talk, you expect his son to talk like him.
Yeah.
And he talks nothing like him at all. Like he talks.
Well,
just
he
like,
just speaks like he's from America.
Yeah, he speaks like he's from fucking like Soho or some shit,
Yeah.
which is
But
like,
his face is foreign.
yeah, it's really jarring at first. It's like, oh shit.
That's
like,
what happened when we were in. We went to Malaysia and Singapore together,
Yeah, yeah.
and the first language of people in Singapore,
Mm-hmm.
okay, is English.
Okay.
So we have, but they speak it with an Asian accent.
Yeah, for sure.
That could
So,
be jarring.
Fam, imagine you're speaking to an Asian, and the Asian is literally be like, "Oh, where are you from?" And you're like, "Yo, what language do you speak?" And he's like, "Oh, just English." That shit will throw you out.
It throws you for a
Bro,
minute.
you're like, you don't speak no Chinese or nothing. No, I just speak English. English my first language. And you're like, dog, you better learn some Chinese. Your accent is ready for that shit.
Oh man, your accent is ready to get appropriated fast.
Immediately.
Oh,
Son,
like-
it sounds like they're making fun of Asians.
yeah,
when
that's
they're
what it
talking.
sounds like. Like I almost want to be offended how you're talking. I'm like, that's probably how they talk.
Yo, you know what's
Probably
so
how they talk.
crazy, dog? Is like, and you got to give perspective on this because I feel like the Indian accent is now becoming racist too. But like, there was a
It's
time
now
where
becoming racist.
Well, no, there was a time where all accents were fair play.
Dog, it's a funny sound. It sounds different, so it's funny.
That's
That's
it.
it. That's it.
That's it.
That's all. The
Yo.
way I speak Hindi gets made fun of every time I go to India.
So I was on Craig Ferguson. You guys remember Craig Ferguson?
Yeah.
I was on his Sirius XM radio show today.
Right.
Okay.
And we were talking about the Apu shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem with
Apu.
Yeah.
And Ferguson goes, "What about the problem with the Scottish guy that
Yeah.
cleaned up the school?"
Dog, the fucking bumblebee.
Groundskeeper Willie.
Groundskeeper Willie.
Like
Yeah.
that's the thing that kind of threw me about the Simpsons. Right? Like I understand like just because it's been accepted for a number of years, like and it might have made people uncomfortable, and because now they have a voice and now they want to show like for the past 30 years I've been uncomfortable. I get that, but like. Everyone gets made fun of on that show. Like Homer himself.
I don't want to.
Homer himself is
a
a
factory working,
he's a fat, stupid
lower
American.
middle class, stupid American.
Yeah.
Like, but there's nobody taking offense to that. Groundskeeper Willie is just like a drunk Scottish dude.
Yeah.
Right?
They got the bumblebee who speaks no English. That is me. Like
Oh,
all
yeah,
that
he's
shit.
Mexican
He's a
bumblebee.
Mexican. Like all that shit. Like the whole show.
Way worse than a
That's what I'm
fool.
saying. I'm
Mexicans
like,
don't
yo.
even have a human on the show.
And there's
Only
mad Spanish
progressive
people.
character. The only progressive character is the black doctor.
Facts.
Everybody else, you're making fun of the thing.
And he's only an offshoot of Mr. Huxtable on the Cosby Show. That's all he is.
Really?
So it's like it's everybody.
They even had like a
there
rape
is
episode
character.
where like you didn't realize it, but he was drugging Matt. I'm kidding. Andrew's believing me.
Son, 'cause
He was like, really? That?
they had Mad Cosby episodes that came out where he was talking. Did you guys hear about that Cosby episode where he made the sauce?
Oh, the Spanish Fly.
Not even the Spanish Fly. There's
Not
a
as-
Cosby episode apparently where he has this sauce, and like apparently I don't know who the characters were. Maybe it was his son got back together with his son's girl. They were beefing or something like that. But the wife is like, oh, you see, they're back together. You know, the apology.
Oh,
works.
and he
He
does like
goes-
the creepy fucking.
He goes, that ain't the apology, that's my sauce. And then all of a sudden the wife is into it and everybody at the party's making out. And it's like, oh, you just drugged everybody. You drugged your own family members. You just...
And like he never tells anybody what's in the sauce. Neither is like, it's my secret recipe.
We know what's
And
in the
it's
sauce.
Like, we know what's in the sauce, Bill.
I know
Okay.
I started this, but it got too real, and I don't really want to be dragging Bill like this. So
You know what?
I'm a back up.
Come on, you can drag Bill a little
Bill,
bit. You can drag him a little bit. It's
You
fine.
can absolutely drag him, okay? Because
You
he
can, of
dragged
course
those
you can.
unconscious women back into his bedroom when he had sex with them.
Of course you can. I
After
just
he
don't
ate the
really.
sauce.
You know what? I feel you because it was like I've been on record about like being like an R. Kelly
Apologist.
not apologist. Apologist is a strong word.
You know how you know
Apologist
Kaz is
is
making
strong.
money, by the way? Look at his beard. That shit is beautiful right
There
now.
you go.
Glossy.
Multiple
Even
job
though-
beard.
My man is
Akash
working with
changing
LeBron.
the subject away
man.
from
I know,
his
right?
beloved Bill
You
Cosby.
see how smooth it was? It was a smooth transition.
Akash drugging you
but
with
my beard,
compliments.
if there's anyone, exactly.
That's how a gentleman drugs bitches. Compliments.
There you go. Listen up, Cosby. You see that? Just tell them
Exactly.
they look nice. Then you can fuck them.
And you can still have sex with them without drugging them at all.
You can
I
even
promise.
ask them to pretend they're asleep.
But I get what Akaash is saying, man. It's like I'm not an R. Kelly apologist is a strong word. I'm not an
Okay.
R. Kelly apologist.
Okay.
I'm a fan of his music, and it's hard to be a fan of his music without knowing that he's a terrible fucking person, probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
He even just hedges bets with probably. That's what you got to do.
no, he's almost definitely definitely
Well, I
a
get it.
horrible person.
Yeah, but can't you? Okay.
It's not
Can't
worth-
you be a fan of somebody's work and not a fan of who they are?
Nah, I
The
think
thing with Cosby,
it gets to a point where it's just kind of not worth it.
How about the Constitution? Big fan. Big fan of the Constitution.
Hilarious.
Huge fan, right?
Uh-huh.
Not a big fan of owning slaves and stuff like that. Really bad. Most of those dudes, really bad. Yes, I understand there's a context of time and yada, yada, yada. But still, it's just context, I'm sure. But big fan of their work.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
it's
here's the thing that makes it tough for me with Cosby is if you were an immigrant kid, your parents didn't understand anything about American culture, but the Cosby Show was the one show we could all sit down and laugh at.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, you probably didn't get a lot of moments with your family where y'all bonded over
Yeah.
entertainment.
Yeah.
So that show meant something to me as a kid. So
and
it's just
a lot of people too, not just you. You know what I mean? Like a lot of not black, white, whatever. Like
Yeah.
everybody grew up on the Cosby Show,
But especially my parents didn't think any American it was just over their head. They didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Cosby Show they got. They thought it was funny. Like, oh, this guy's funny. I understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
It's positive. I can watch it with my kids and not be comfortable.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of those shows for me growing up. So it was like that show meant something.
I understand that, but like to a whole section of other people, like they watch this loving doctor guy be,
65 other people. Like,
I'm not laughing at that. I'm not laughing at that.
Flagrants!
So those 65 people.
Let us be flagrant.
That shit was hilarious.
I'm not driving down that road.
No easy buckets, dog.
Dude, it is wild.
It's like-
He must have done way more than 65.
He had to. That's just the 65
That's
that
like
came
one a year.
through.
That's like the Candyman or whatever that guy is. What's his name? But that only comes back every few years or something like that.
One a year.
Because he's what?
He wasn't drugging anybody when he was 1 year old.
How old is he? He's like 60, he's like 83, right?
Yo, this is like
Started at
78.
18.
So
So he's 7 and 8. Yeah.
Oh my god! So
What, you think he was just having consensual sex, and then one
I
day
mean,
he
he's got
realized-
to. He's had to have had that consensual sex one time,
Dude.
and then the one time like it didn't go as smoothly as he wanted. He's like,
Yeah.
well, got a solution for that.
Oh, man.
Bro, there was a guy
He saves
at
money
my
rapes.
show.
He
He
saves
saves
money
money
rapes.
There was a guy at my show when I was when we were in Plano, and he was wearing a Hillman College T-shirt in the front row, right?
Shouts-
And he's sitting next to this girl in the front row, and I was like, "Oh, Hillman College, that's pretty brave." It was literally the day Cosby got
Oh,
sentenced.
Jesus,
right?
okay.
And I was like, "Wow, it's pretty brave," being what happened today and everything like that. He's like, "Yeah, I still fuck with them. I appreciate my guy Cosby, And I looked at the girl and I was like, "Sweetheart." You're going to be having sex tonight whether you know it or not.
The most fucked up,
Whatever
the most
you
messed
do.
up meme I saw is the Bill picture of Bill Cosby says
Either we fucking or I'm
I'm I'm like, yo, there's nothing sacred on the internet at all, dog.
Yo, have you
Nothing.
seen the clip of him leaving a courthouse in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
And then everybody's
that,
asking
like-
pictures, and then he just goes, hey, hey, hey. I swear to God, it's Cosby doing it.
Out of
It's
nowhere.
so
You didn't see this
fucking
shit?
No.
Funny, dog.
Dog,
Oh my
he's-
God, this man don't care.
He don't give a fuck. Like, he knows he's going under the jail.
Yeah, but you're
like,
not gonna know
fuck
where
it.
he is anyway.
It's like that.
He blind.
It's like that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, not for nothing. It's like, bro, like.
Dude, my dad sleeps.
You're on
like
the bottom
19
half of
hours a
life,
day.
dog.
My dad's 75. Okay, he's sleeping 20. He sleeps like a lion. You know how lions just sleep the whole day. They wake up, they fuck their wife, and then they go back
Yeah,
to sleep.
it's
That's
like-
my dad. Only he doesn't fuck his wife. He just uses binoculars to stare at strangers in the street. That's 75 and white. I swear to God, I walked into.
Yo.
All white
apartment.
people love
My
spectating,
dad is
by the way.
sitting in the living room with binoculars,
That's a different level.
looking out the fucking window. I'm like, Dad, what are you looking at? He goes, yeah, I think some people are arguing.
Yo.
And you got to allow it.
And you
if
allow
somebody
it 'cause
was
it's
30,
like-
that's creepy.
Yeah.
75, it's just like, let him live.
It's
What does he have?
You know.
Yo, if you're born and raised in New York, you just need people. You know what I mean? At a certain
This is
point, you're like,
true.
well, I just gotta. If I can't watch them fight in the street, I'll
I'll
make do,
vicariously
you know what I mean?
watch.
I'll imagine it. I'll
Oh
make up
my
the words.
gosh. Yeah, no, it's one of those things, man, where it's you're Bill Cosby, you're 80 years old, someone sentences you to like 30 years. It's like, all right, why are you being a dick? Like, just say for life. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm
Hit 'em with a
done.
life.
This I already got my 70.
I don't know,
something
man.
years
Good
in.
behavior. He could get out in 15.
He's not getting out.
we
He's
seeing
done.
life. You know what I mean?
Like,
If you're watching a baseball game,
bro, he could have went in for like 2 years, and that's pretty much like. you know.
Nah, he's not
And
doing any time though.
He's gonna
Hold
get
on.
that.
Alex thinks he's doing no time.
He's not doing any
He's
time.
doing
why
time,
do you think
bro.
that?
Because he can appeal, and now he stays out.
It's gonna take like
while
another
the
couple
appeal
of
process.
years.
I've said this before.
Yeah, and then lawyers just postpone.
And then he just
oh,
dies
something went
beforehand.
wrong. Yeah.
So he'll die before he ever goes to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna go.
So Cosby won.
Paterno on it. It's like, you think he won?
I mean,
Is that a win? I don't know if that's a win.
Stay out of
Absolutely.
jail.
Well, you stay out the booty house. As long as you stay out the booty
And
house.
he's too
I'm good.
fragile to fuck anyway. Like you break his pelvis with one ass fuck. It's over.
that's the dream.
There's that one dude
rapist.
in jail waiting for Cosby to get in. Like he's like getting the fucking Infinity Gauntlet right now. He's like, so fucking anybody in jail. You got to fuck this piece of garbage.
Yeah, who would want to fuck him?
I mean,
Nah, somebody's gonna want that on their rep.
somebody's gonna want that on there. Like after a while, it's about pride. I don't think it's about pleasure at that point. I think it's just about like, yeah, he's on my list. This got real dark
You
real
think that
fast.
much rape happens in jail?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I think it does.
I do.
You know how
What else are you doing for
Dog,
24 hours
yo,
a day?
jail
Think
fucking
about you after
sucks,
2
dog.
weeks of not fucking.
Well, yo, that's my feeling. Like, I feel like they should mandatorily jerk them off.
No.
I think they should have mandatory jerk offs in jail.
No.
Like, you put your dick into
It's-
like a
Yeah, but who
glorious-
jail.
says they're not jerking off?
It's-
Say what?
Who says they're not jerking off?
No, I'm saying like get the cum out of their balls, and I feel like it'll be a way safer.
So
place.
you think you should? So you're basically saying we should milk prisoners?
Yes.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah, dead serious. I think we should milk the prisoners and then use the cream for like Sephora lotion. I don't know. Don't you want that? Conmedics.
Anyway, this is a sports
Maybe we
show.
need a week off every once in a while just to come back and hit you with the real shit. This is the most flagrant we ever been in the first 25 minutes.
Dude, one day we might just have to make this like subscribers only.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
with it.
so.
Eventually, I'm just saying eventually, just because that's how you keep out the outrage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it would limit. I mean, this is way in the future, but it would limit the amount of people that would listen to the podcast, but it would limit them just to people who fuck with the podcast.
Yeah.
And then you won't have to worry about somebody taking
Nicki
a clip
Minaj
and
fans.
Yeah,
kind of shit
that-
like that.
that
We're not getting
garbage.
into that.
But yeah, it's
Funny to me, not that funny to you.
Let's get into it, man. I heard you're going to the 6 this week.
Oh yeah, that's right. Real quick, I gotta say thank you so much to everybody who got I gotta say thank you so much to everybody who pre-ordered 551.
Yeah. Get that
Thank you
Feeling
so
it.
much, man. I appreciate you guys so much for doing that, man. It was keep on. It's available now. It's the full album is going to be out June 18th, but get the pre-order. The pre-order is what helps us kill those charts come June 18th. So pre-order that shit right now. It's available on my website, theandrewschulz.com. The pre-orders have been massive, man. The label hit me up and they said we already did more than George Lopez did in his whole pre-order
Hey,
time. We did it like the
alright.
first day, so I knew the asshole army showing up.
Yes,
so I'll
sir.
keep it tight one time. And if you fuck fuck with me, man, you know I don't ask you guys for much, but if you fuck with me, please go out and pre-order this shit, man. I would appreciate that so much if you support me with this, man. Yo, thank you, man. I saw you post about this shit too, man. Thank you so much, guys.
Always.
Also, man, for views from the Sis, I added a few shows. We're gonna come to Boston, Chicago, Milwaukee, Madison, and I added another London show, so you can get tickets for those at theandrewschulz.com. If the ticket link isn't up yet, that's because it's in the future. Eventually, the club will get it up, and then we're gonna get up on our website. So just keep on checking back. And you are right, I am going up to Toronto for the shows this weekend, this Wednesday in Toronto. Alex is coming through. And you know what? Toronto's gonna need some cheering.
They need some laughs.
They're gonna need some
laughs.
a good. That's why I like to come and deliver when y'all need me the most.
Because man, if there's anything people in Toronto could use,
shit,
somebody to deliver when they need them the most. Holy shit,
dude.
God damn, I have never like. All right,
I seen Jordan on the Knicks.
Fucking Cosby.
I've seen
real talk, man.
No, it's one thing. All right. The whole Jordan LeBron combo.
We'll get into that in a
second. Wherever you fall
Toronto.
on that, that's where you fall.
We will get into that.
I have never seen one player have so much mental equity in one team's head than LeBron has on Toronto. Like it's like watching the Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, dog.
Yeah.
Like it's like
that's perfect.
It is like it is academic. Like, who did not think LeBron was going to hit a game winner once they tied it up? About to go in.
I mean, it was the craziest game winner.
No, dog, like, it is so academic at this point. It's like,
bro,
he's going to.
Effortless.
It was effortless.
It looked like a layup. When I watched it again,
did he mean to go off glass?
Yes, he aimed it. He ran squared. It was so pretty to watch.
Beautiful.
Like it left his hand at the perfect height. I'm like, it's gonna kiss right off the glass and drop right.
Dude,
in.
he just decided.
Exactly
he just decided to have an amazing fadeaway jumper.
Yeah,
this season,
dog.
This series.
This is like Jordan 96, that kind of fadeaway. If he develops that at a consistent rate,
we're looking at old
I don't
LeBron.
mean-
Like,
and
this
here's
is
the
what
thing.
he's going to do. He's going to play till he's 40. He's going to have that fadeaway jump, and there'll be nothing you can do against
Here's
it.
the thing,
Unblockable.
and people like to say, well, Jordan's fadeaway was better. I'm sorry, I watched a lot of Michael Jordan growing up. I have never seen Michael Jordan make 8 straight fadeaway jumpers in a playoff game on the road just to completely demoralize a team. Like, I saw, like, after like the 4th or 5th one, I'm like, if he shoots another one, he's just a fucking asshole. Right? And he doesn't. And it just kept falling. And I was just like, this is the if y'all want to call him the greatest, if you want to call Jordan the greatest, like, it's all about a matter of perception or taste at this point to me. But I've never seen somebody that just doesn't have a weakness, dog. Like, what is he not good at when it comes to play? Like, just as a professional athlete, like, what can he not do?
Let's talk about the Toronto first. I think that's what we need to do.
That's the real story there.
And I think it's important to point out that we point out when we're wrong. Mm-hmm. And everybody from Toronto was tweeting us, you guys are disrespecting the Raptors, you're overlooking the Raptors, and we kept telling you don't fucking matter.
I have to admit, I did say I thought it was their year.
You did.
And
I was wrong.
You had me wavering for a second, and I regret that second. But
I did not waver one
Kaz
bit,
was the firmest in his, we don't give a fuck about you, Toronto.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yo, fuck you, man,
is.
Toronto. Fuck you, because I really rode for you, man.
He did.
I rode hard for you. I was like, this is your year. I had this big explanation about how once every 15, 20 years, a random team ends up winning it.
You weren't here
you
that
know,
episode,
I
Kaz.
really went hard.
He made a beautiful case. He pulled on my heartstrings by bringing up the Mavs.
I said Mavs. I said Detroit.
Yeah.
Houston. Every once in a while, you have this random team that wins a championship. This could be their year. They did everything to retool their offense.
And this is not a knock against the Raptors. They're a
it's
very good team.
It's a knock against the Raptors. I need that to be clear. This is a knock against the Raptors. You cannot not get knocked. You know you're getting knocked out of the playoffs every year by LeBron. You getting knocked whether you like it or not.
Bro,
you know what it
LeBron
is?
chose the 4th seed.
People
chose the 4th seed on purpose.
So
he could play
could
them. And I thought he made a mistake. And I was like, dude, this is not the year. These guys are killing it.
That's
they
what I
got
thought.
guys. This is not the year.
I didn't even think it was so much this wasn't the year for Toronto. I just think the Cavs didn't have enough to compete. Like I just kept saying, like, oh, they just don't have enough. They're eventually gonna, like, LeBron's eventually gonna run out of gas, and they still don't.
I said this to Andrew. We watched Game 6 of Pacers Cavs. We watched a little bit of that before one of the shows in Dallas, and I said to you, LeBron is gonna have a much easier time against Toronto than he's having against Indiana.
Yeah.
I said that to you.
I didn't disagree.
Yeah.
I thought you said you thought it was gonna be really tough.
No, I didn't disagree. I was like, you're right. It is about matchups, and he has harder guys. There are guys that are guarding him that are better on Indiana, and there are more looks for him to see on Indiana than there is with Toronto.
And just that mental edge, I've seen Jordan in the Knicks, and this is not who's better. I've never seen a mental edge like this.
I'll be honest with you.
And here's the thing: even
DeMar got to guard Bron. I don't know why.
Why is Lowry? This motherfucker built like swole little Duval, and you having him guard Kyle Lowry? I mean, you have him guard LeBron?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! No, it's. I feel bad, dude, because it's like, you know what it is? Like, I want everyone to, like, take note of this and just watch this, because when you see how upset and sad Knicks fans are and how delusional we are and how much we hurt, this is why. This was our Knicks growing up.
Yeah.
It's like you're
right.
at a top seed, you win like 50+ games,
Yep.
you got a bunch of all-stars, you're like, this is our year.
Yep.
But you just run into this buzzsaw named Michael Jordan every year, and he says no. You know what I'm saying? Toronto had their team is probably going to win Coach of the Year. Dwayne Casey's probably going to win it. You know what I'm saying? They have a very good team. They have 2 legitimate all-stars. They have a legitimate maybe top 3 shooting guard on their team. Like, they should at least sniff a finals. Just at least sniff a finals during this stretch run, during this run of this backcourt with the Lowry and DeRozans and the Baccas and Valanciunas. Is like this. They should sniff a finals on paper. You know what I'm saying? LeBron he's one of those guys, man, where it's going to be like a lot of great teams ain't sniffing shit because of me. You know? And y'all could call it dick sucking. Like, there's a lot of people in the comments like, oh, you're just slurping LeBron. I'm like, all right, when have you seen this? You haven't.
But those guys said it before LeBron went up 3-0 on Toronto.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be a sweep by tonight. We could be wrong. It could be 3-1.
It'll be a gentleman's sweep, maybe. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're hoping for at this point.
You think we're slurping LeBron. He's just great, and Toronto's not.
Yeah.
You're just not, Toronto.
They're short one LeBron is what they are.
You know what I hate? I actually do like a lot of their players. I think the fans are a little obnoxious, but they're really just good fans.
Yeah,
the real problem, I think.
Why do you not like the fans?
I just know a lot of Toronto people, and just the chip on their shoulder they have about America in general. I just find it a little annoying.
Yeah, they get real personal when like you make fun of.
They just always make it about America versus Canada.
Good.
You know,
cool. I just find it annoying, and it's funny to see them lose.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's like we get it. You have a much nicer and kinder and gentler country than us. We're talking about basketball here.
Yeah. I wouldn't say they have a nicer country.
I mean, they're very.
They're nicer.
They're friendlier.
Yeah. But
like, at least we care for our friends, eh?
At least, they're friendlier. They're nicer. But I mean, as far as country goes, like they don't have a choice but to be cold for 8 months.
That's true.
Like they don't have a Florida.
I mean, but
old people have to live in Toronto. Do you know what I mean? Like if you have a mom, she has to slip on ice every single winter. Do you know what I mean? Because you guys wouldn't invest in a fucking Caribbean island. Take over some natives. That's what you do. You think about the future. You find some natives that still have fucking bow and arrows, and then secure that shit. Right? There was plenty of islands there.
Oh my god.
Anyway, but point is I actually really love the Toronto fans because they get so and Canadian fans in general because they get so fucking excited about the sports, etc. You know who I don't love is the fucking cuck Toronto media. Toronto media are a bunch of fucking bitches.
Oh, can I tell you?
You should be embarrassed. By the way, Toronto fans who are listening, you should be embarrassed by your own media because they jump off ship so fucking fast, dude. The first game where they played a great, hard-fought game, and they were a tip-in layup away from winning.
Yes. Yeah.
The cover of the paper had Valanciunas on his knees, and it said, bow to the king. It's like that's what you do the first fucking game when you guys are a tip-in away from winning. It's like they can't wait to jump on you. They can't wait to suck Bron's dick.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of when Durant was in Oklahoma City. Yeah. And he missed that last shot or whatever. And on the front page in the playoffs, it said, Mr. Unreliable.
Bye.
For KD. KD was like, oh, okay, all right, I'll show you how unreliable
don't rely on me being here next year, motherfucker. See you later.
Like,
Real
rely
talk.
on this. Rely on this fucking trip to
Look,
Oakland.
I understand you got to be objective as a journalist, that kind of shit like that. But look, man, don't fucking the second you can throw your team down the river. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know.
It's also just a good headline.
What? Bow to the king with
The picture, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a good, it was catchy.
I was like, hey, that shit is witty, man.
I know,
Like,
how you gonna, you editor, you put that up. That's good. That gets eyeballs. You know what I mean? They're in a business just like us.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
you're so
true,
understanding.
Oh, man. So, I mean,
Is the problem Kyle Lowry?
No, the
I don't
problem
think
is
he's the
LeBron
LeBron
James.
James is
You
just-
could put Steph Curry there, they suck. You could put anybody on that team, they're going to suck. It's LeBron James. You need 4 guys to beat LeBron James. You need 4 All-Stars, and you barely beat LeBron James.
Yeah.
Think about that. Look at the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
They're going to play LeBron again this year, and they will need every one of their All-Stars to barely beat LeBron James.
that has always been my argument for Jordan and James.
Let's
right?
let's say it right now.
LeBron
LeBron is the best ever.
He's
I'm sorry,
as a
he's
talent.
the best ever.
I'm like motherfuckers who passed the eye test. I'm like, I
Yeah.
watched a lot of Jordan.
Yep.
Just give me the eye test. If we're out on the street and you got prime Jordan and prime LeBron in front of you, you are picking LeBron first to start your team.
If you got one game you have to win, though, who are you picking?
LeBron James. I'm picking
man.
LeBron. LeBron has made more buzzer beaters and clutch jump shots in the playoffs than Michael Jordan has ever had. Just this year.
I just know the feeling
He's
I...
only hit 3 in the
Whoa,
playoffs. Michael Jordan's
whoa.
only hit 3.
Whoa.
LeBron has now
But that's
had
like,
6.
that's not counting Utah because there's 3 seconds left on the clock or whatever.
No,
right?
it counts. It counts. It was twice against Utah
Cleveland.
and once against Cleveland. That's it in the playoffs. That is it. I could name 5 with LeBron right now in the past like 3 years alone, where it's either a walk-off game winner or a go-ahead shot to win the game.
Yo, it's true.
And it's like, just because I understand it's not pretty. It's not a nice little walk-off floater, fadeaway, no time on the clock, poetic type of thing. That's what people see as clutch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't see LeBron chasing down Andre Iguodala and punching his. That's clutch. You know what I'm saying? People
So-
don't see a game-winning layup
The
or a
knock on
game-winning
LeBron
whatever.
used to be
Exactly. That he wasn't clutch.
the
he
knock on
wasn't
the
clutch.
yeah. Well, there wasn't clutch, but also the knock on LeBron used to be that he wasn't a killer. And the reason they said he wasn't a killer because he never notched a 40-point game in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And this season,
I think he's had like 4.
4.
Something like that.
4.
I forget. I could be off on that number, but
it's
he's
insane.
had multiple.
He's
had
multiple just this season, right?
And
but that's the knock, right? The knock
Yeah.
is sometimes you as a killer, you have to go out there and get it.
And just do it
Kobe would
yourself.
go out there and get it. Shaq would go out there and get it. Shit, Reggie Miller probably went out there
Yeah.
and got it. Jordan, we definitely know went out there and,
And that's
got it.
why a lot of people would pick Jordan over James, because it's like, well, I mean, I know if I got to just win one game and just score and just go kill and yada
But it
yada
ain't
yada,
one
it'd
game.
be
It's
Jordan.
7.
It's not one game. It's 7.
And I'm not gonna lie, this guy is fucking remarkable.
And I'll put it like this, and I'll also add this.
What is Jordan better at?
Michael Jordan has
Not
never
losing
beat
in the
a
finals.
team in the finals or in the playoffs better than this Warriors team that LeBron has to go up
Oh, of
against
course not.
every single year.
Of course not.
The Warriors, this Warriors is in the all-time dynasty in the making,
Sure.
one of the greatest teams assembled in history.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan has never had to go
Listen,
up against
I
a team
understand
86
that
Celtics.
that good.
you don't want.
He lost.
Yeah.
He
I know,
lost.
no, you're not. Listen,
Well, it wasn't against but it wasn't the finals. But yeah. And
Yeah.
again, that whole argument about he's 6-6 in the finals. It's like, yeah, but you're not counting all the times he never even got to the finals. So I don't
Exactly.
like that. That's another perfect example of like the triple double statistic. We just like things that are even. We like things with symmetry, right?
Right.
Triple double is so amazing. Well, James Harden had 1 less assist, but 1 more rebound. Yeah, but that's not even close to as good. Is it not? Is it not the exact fucking same thing? We love symmetry. 6 for 6
Yeah.
is symmetry.
Yeah.
That makes us calm.
Yeah.
It's understandable.
we need round
right?
numbers.
Exactly.
We just need
Round-
that. Our
we
mind
just-
can just
Yin
process that.
yang.
Yeah.
You know, there's a reason Twin Towers stood up there, and then one looked taller than the other, and we were like, "Oh, why is?"
Why is
and
one
we're,
bigger
people
than
were like,
the
"No, it's just the angle." I don't know. It still feels good. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure. Matter of fact, I'm sure that other buildings they've made around the world that are double,
Yeah.
they've actually done next to each other, not at
Yeah.
corners,
It's the-
because
it's
it's
the
this
same
awkward,
size.
uncomfortable situation, right? So we want that kind of symmetry. 6 for 6 sounds great, but he's really how many years in the league? 16?
Who, Jordan?
No, yeah,
Gosh.
14?
14, 15. it's
something
up
like
there.
that.
It's
But
up
he's
there,
really
yeah.
6 for 14.
Yeah, because there were all those years that he didn't go to the playoffs. or the finals.
So it's the same thing. Now let's look at LeBron.
People never count the year fucking Penny and Shaq got him out of here. You know what I mean? Like, people don't count the years that Larry Bird swept them, and
So
you know,
LeBron
all
is in
this.
Detroit
the 7
swept
finals.
them. Yeah.
Jordan went to 6. LeBron is 3 and 4. Jordan 6. I don't even want to get into that. Let me ask this question.
Yeah.
This might just be me as a kid. When
7 finals by 33. Jordan went to 3 by 33.
Fair enough. That's a good point. But when I was a kid, it was an inevitability to me that Jordan was going to win the championship.
Yeah.
I didn't really like Jordan, so maybe this is just a fan perspective. And
Yeah.
LeBron I root for. It's not, I am rooting for LeBron that everything falls into place so he can win.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that's, so for sure Jordan is better, but that's the thing I always fall back to in my mind is like, yeah, but with Jordan, in a close game, in your mind, it's inevitable. No matter who he's playing, he's going to come out on top. LeBron, I feel that way with Toronto.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way with Golden State. I don't really feel that way with certain, like, a decent number of teams with LeBron.
Now I feel that way with LeBron. I didn't used to. This season has changed that for me.
In Golden
Same.
State, tight game, you got these, it's in your mind, it's inevitable LeBron wins.
Yeah.
I think he's
Good for
Tight-
you.
tight
I wish I
game,
felt that
just
way. I
give him-
don't.
you
Now, look-
you have to what the Warriors did that no team could do or have the ability to do is to step on his neck when he's down. Because
Yeah.
if you give him a chance, if it's close,
That's it. Bye.
you can't give him a chance. Like, you have to step on the fucking. It's like the horror movie. Like,
Has
you can't
LeBron
just-
ever been blocked? Just in
Has he ever
general,
been blocked?
especially with a final shot. But
Oh no, I've seen it. I've seen
With the
Kobe
final shot?
do it. Kobe did it to him. I think.
block LeBron on a final
Yeah.
shot to win the
All-Star
game.
game, I
All-Star
think, right?
game, yeah,
don't
yeah.
count.
It counts.
Nah, they were going at it.
They were
Kobe
going
won
hard.
it.
It was the fourth quarter.
Come on,
It
come on, come on,
counts.
come on. I'm talking about real. I'm talking about real game. Like the game winners that he's had
Yeah.
were clean.
Yeah.
Like nobody can get that kind of separation, that kind of ease on a shot. He either bullies you to the basket or he fades away. And this is 6'9" fading away.
Yeah.
Shooting way above his head.
Yeah.
Elevating. He jumps higher than you. He's taller than you. He's more athletic than you. You're not even touching it.
My whole argument with the LeBron and Michael comparisons has always been for you to not at least amend what you think the greatest player of all time should be.
Yeah.
Is to think that the game just stayed the same in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know what?
The shit clearly evolved.
You know what this is? This is people who had all their money invested in
Blockbuster.
fucking dead. This is people who had all their money invested in Blockbuster
And
Tower
like
Records.
Michael Jordan is Blockbuster and Tower Records.
And it was hot. It was
And it was
popping.
great.
It was a Palm Pilot. Oh yeah, you liked your little
awesome.
fucking smartphone.
Yeah.
You know. Oh yeah, that was really great. No, some hotter shit came out, and you're invested.
Yeah.
You already bought thousands of dollars worth of sneakers. I got thousands of dollars worth of Michael Jordan sneakers.
Thousands.
And you know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at the second best player's sneakers. And I know it doesn't sound good, but
doesn't
I've
sound
invested
good, but
thousands
it's-
of dollars.
So you're saying
hours waiting.
LeBron is Bitcoin?
LeBron is
LeBron is
Bitcoin,
Netflix.
The Bitcoin could flop.
Yeah.
Bitcoin been going up and down. LeBron is Netflix.
LeBron is Netflix.
fucking Jeff Bezos. This motherfucker is Amazon Prime.
LeBron is the iPhone and Michael Jordan is a two-way pager.
Facts.
At the point,
That
two-way
SkyTel.
pagers were the shit.
We just called Michael Jordan a SkyTel.
See, I'm not
Wow,
with it.
dude.
It's
I'm not
true.
with
It's
Whoa.
true,
I
dog.
still
Like
put Jordan on.
everything evolves. At one point, the two-way pager was the fucking pinnacle of technology,
Yeah.
and it's like, this is the shit. I can text and do this and that. Oh, but you don't know. In about like 14, 15 years, there's gonna be some shit with that don't even got buttons. It's
I
just a
don't-
fucking
listen.
screen.
So true,
Like,
dog.
I'm telling you. We won't appreciate this motherfucker until he's not
I
playing
appreciate
no more.
I'm a LeBron fan.
He needs his flowers.
And I
right
want him
now.
to be the greatest. I'm just not quite there yet. And I also think this is a difference that people will. This is why I want LeBron to be the greatest, but it's why I think he might not be. If God came down and looked at Michael Jordan and then put just some stranger in front of his face and said, "You can win one more regular season game if you're willing to shoot this motherfucker in the head right now," Jordan would just be like, "Give me the gun."
Like, give me the gun.
I think LeBron would be like, "Can I just like beat him up or something? Like I don't want to kill nobody." And Jordan would be like, "I'll murder him and his whole family for one extra point."
Yeah.
MJ would be like, give me a bib so I
Yeah.
don't get my Jordan jeans
Yes,
dirty.
exactly.
And
that's what
Right in
I
the
still
face.
think Jordan had that sociopathic will to win that I don't think LeBron
Jordan had
has.
misery.
Yeah.
Jordan was miserable, is miserable.
And that's
He's
why I
always
want
been
LeBron to be the
miserable.
greatest.
Yeah.
LeBron is not, by all accounts, Miserable. LeBron is actually enjoying his celebrity.
Yep.
He's enjoying his elite athletic ability. And he's
Good guy. A
enjoying
little
playing
bit of a
league.
diva, but good
If
guy.
he doesn't
it's
win,
like, what's the worst he's ever really done?
No, he's done
The
nothing
decision.
He
bad.
reminded
at
you
all.
you're poor. That's
Yeah.
what he did.
He's done
He said,
nothing
I'm going
bad
to be
at all.
rich tomorrow. You're still going to be poor. And we hated him for
Sure.
it.
I didn't hate. I
Look,
thought it was great.
He's
Whatever.
great. He's the greatest thing he's ever said.
The point being, if you're judging him based on the play, I'm ready to call him the greatest, man.
He's a better
I'm
basketball
ready.
player. I think he's an overall better
he's a
basketball
better
player.
talent,
But I think
exactly.
Jordan might still be the GOAT, if that makes
Why?
sense. Because I just think Jordan, again, if they're on separate teams, I think Jordan's team is more likely to win. I just do.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but that's where I sit with it.
Why?
I don't know, man. Jordan.
Because
Wait,
again,
why?
Jordan had a sociopathic will to win that I don't think LeBron quite has. He's got a serious. I'm not
Look,
knocking
serial
LeBron.
killers have sociopathic wills to kill, and then they get stopped.
I never saw anyone stop Jordan, and I also came of age, so he's more mythic to me in my mind because I was a kid when I saw him.
That's another thing. It's like
Yeah.
we think we watched Jordan. We didn't know shit about
didn't
basketball.
really- yeah.
That's another thing. It's like we have all these ideas of what Jordan was, how he was good. Alex over here. Alex is fucking 28 years old. You saw Jordan play for the Wizards. Shut up. No fucking shit. You didn't even know what a fucking 3-second call was when you watched Jordan play. We had no clue about defense.
I didn't know what illegal
nothing.
defense
Yeah,
was
we had
back
no
then.
clue what anything was going on. We just saw a ball go in a basket, and we thought that was good. It's the same reason why girls like Steph Curry. They're like, oh, here's this cute guy shooting these shots from way far. He must be really good. They don't understand the nuance
I mean,
of
he
his
put
game.
up crazy stat lines. I think
Yeah.
it was 35, 8, and 8, or 32, 8, and 8.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
but we
of
didn't
course.
know what 8 and 8 was. All we cared about was 35.
Yeah.
We cared about him hanging in the air.
But he had the 8 and 8.
What I'm talking about is how we reacted to
Right.
it. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is we didn't have the knowledge to appreciate it. Like if a tech guy looks at an iPhone and goes, "This is a great phone," that means more than if a child does.
Yeah.
Because the tech guy knows what goes into that game.
Right.
And I bet you if you got NBA analysts, like legit dudes to break down their effectiveness, I bet you LeBron comes out on
We
top.
got to
man.
get
Yeah,
Jeff
but
Van Gundy on this podcast. and
I
answer.
just so the argument that Akaash is making, it sounds like a rapper. Eminem is probably the most technical rapper, but people still put Biggie and Tupac above him.
Yeah.
Why?
That's
That's what I'm saying. On paper, LeBron is the best.
That's a good comparison, yeah.
But
Well-
Jordan is just that will to
I think
win.
I think it's
what
Being
he
because
did.
a rapper
nostalgia.
is subjective. Basketball player is not.
Yeah.
Like, and I understand what you're making. You're making a good point, right? But you can be subjective with a rapper
Yeah.
because there isn't a championship for it.
It's the fairness of sports.
There's
But
Like,
sports
sales,
is all
there's-
merit.
Yeah.
Sports is
There's
all
metrics
merit.
in music. There's
Say what?
sales numbers. There's
yeah, that's
Okay,
sales
so
numbers,
So
but
if we're
not
gonna
in
go by
skill.
sales numbers, then Eminem is the best ever.
Or Flowrider.
yeah, but nobody believes.
Exactly.
Nobody
Yeah,
believes
yeah.
that when you say it, and that's the same thing with LeBron. Like
Yeah, but
if
you're
you just
allowed
if we're
to
just
not,
going by
you're
metrics,
allowed to
LeBron
not
is better.
believe it in a subjective art form. Like you're allowed to. Some people think Nancy Kerrigan was the best. Some people think Tanya Harding was the best. Like when the bitches do that gymnastic shit, you just throw a number out, right? It doesn't matter, right? But with basketball, there's numbers, there's statistics. How effective were they? How many points were they responsible for on the team? There's actual ways to measure their utility. And I bet you LeBron, every possession goes through LeBron. If he's not on the floor, they don't score.
It's a good argument.
Here's
I
my
just,
thing.
I think
I
I'm
want to
already.
say in LeBron's defense, and this is, you always knock it down. I say LeBron is the only great player I've seen, like top 5, top 10,
never had a
whatever.
great coach.
Never had a great coach.
Yeah.
And then you always point out that's LeBron's fault. LeBron doesn't want a great coach.
Sure.
Because
and-
he is the great coach.
But LeBron, you know, and I do think part of that is he looks at every one of these guys like, I know more than you.
Yeah.
Right.
But I would love to see him with Pop, who
And
he's like,
honestly-
oh, Pop probably knows more than me. Maybe I should defer. And I would love to see what he could do then.
You know what? But here's
think
how I
he's willing
break
to do
down.
it.
Here's
I
how I
think
break
his
down like
ego's too much.
LeBron's mind as
Yeah.
far as like basketball. It's like, would you rather have the head like people call like the point guard the head coach on the floor, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you rather just have a head coach on the floor? That's LeBron James. It's like like
Russell.
some people need really good coaching. Like the reason why the Spurs and the Celtics have been good, have remained good, is because their best talent has been their head coach
Okay.
and their coach's mind to think the game. And if the person who thinks the game best in that building
Is in the game.
is also the best fucking player,
Yep.
why do you need...
But then he also plays GM, and he doesn't build a great team, and he might not just be able to play with the great
I
team.
mean, he's played him good enough to get the A finals.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure, but I would love for him to win the A final. I'm a fan. I want him to win these A finals.
I
he wants
want
to
him
win them
to.
too.
I'm pulling for them this year.
Okay, look.
I
here's
always
the thing.
end up pulling for them,
and they could absolutely win. I think somebody could get
I don't
injured.
think so.
I think that some.
It's going to take an injury.
I think someone could easily get injured between the Golden State Warriors, and the Rockets. I think that they're going to be going so hard at each other.
Yeah.
And it's such a run and gun style. I think there could be easily a massive injury, and all it takes is one of those guys to. LeBron can't beat 4.
Yeah.
But he's proven he can beat 3.
Yeah.
He also had
that's true.
Kyrie when
That's
he beat
true.
3.
And
That's
last thing that I want to
He
mention
needs 2
to
to
that
go
point.
down. He needs what happened to him the
One.
first time he went with Cleveland against Golden State, where he lost Kevin Love and Kyrie.
That
He
needs
needs
to happen
Durant
to
to
Golden
lose
State.
Steph Curry and Draymond or
think-
Steph and
I
Clay.
think-
And to
One.
that point, Cleveland fans, Ohio fans, if you're listening to this, please appreciate Kevin Love. Please give him his props. He's been hooping, these
The
past
last
couple
2
of
games, I don't appreciate
And
Kevin
the
Love.
reason why Kyrie left is because we were all LeBron. Well, here's Kyrie and his 40-something points, and that's okay. Like, no, Kevin Love seems like somebody who needs appreciation and needs to be
I actually
looked
think
at
his
and
best
loved.
quality is that he's like, you know
Yeah,
what?
he
I'm
doesn't
just
care.
not going to be appreciated,
Yeah.
and I'm over that now.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
think
but
he
he
cares what
needs
people
I think he
that.
didn't
I
like
think
it at
he
first.
needs that.
No,
I
he's
think he
going
needs
gray.
that.
He's not even dying.
I think
yet.
at first he didn't
He's-
like it.
He's totally fine with people not appreciating him. I think going to Cleveland, he accepted. Not only am I going to be second fiddle, I might be third fiddle, and I don't give a fuck. I want to win rings. I truly think that he's a guy who wants to be a winner because he's even spoken about it. He's like, listen, I understand I'm going to get the blame for shit. I understand I'm the first person to get it. That's fair, and he got a fucking ring out of it, and he went to 3 finals. So
And we do overlook that he had the stop on Steph Curry.
big
That was
stop.
a great stop.
And he's not a good defender, but he stepped up in a huge moment.
Talk about big 3: stop, block, shot.
Yeah.
Like that's all you want from your marquee players,
Right.
right? Is to make back-to-back-to-back massive plays
Right.
in a finals. So I agree with you. Appreciate Love. Here's why I think LeBron is the best ever. Okay, ready? I can't think of a LeBron comparison in another sport. LeBron is so unique. There doesn't exist an athlete in another sport that is akin to him in ability, size, athleticism.
And not even just that. I
Who
think
who
the
is
closest,
LeBron in soccer?
the
It's not
closest-
Ronaldo. It's not Messi.
I think the closest two we have, and one thing we're not even putting into account is like the hype that he had coming in.
And let's include all that, but just let's go by sports. Name
Just a bit.
I say the closest at one point before he fucking lost it was Tiger Woods. Like as far as like being like that child prodigy who lives up to the hype
forget
and
the hype.
wins every
just what
and
he
dominates.
does and physically.
I got
Tiger
one
Woods
maybe.
is possible.
Oh, just
I got
physically,
one
Tom,
maybe.
physically dominant.
What about Brady?
Brady's
To do that in football is way harder back to back to back.
No, but I'm talking about like what he himself as an athlete shows. Like Brady has the athleticism of a substitute teacher. There's
Oh.
zero. There's zero
Oh, so you're just
talking
athleticism
about-
thing.
Okay.
Michael Vick, maybe?
No, too short.
I wouldn't say
Cam
that.
Newton is the only one that's similar, and he's not even tall enough. I'm talking about for what LeBron does for his dexterity. He has the dexterity, dribbling ability, agility of a fucking point guard, but he's 6'9". This
Aaron
guy
Judge,
has
maybe? Aaron Judge has potential to be
maybe,
that guy.
but we're talking about rookie.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like I'm racking my brain. Who has
Just like a physically imposing, but the skill.
so I don't-
and
for
that-
this-
He has
a
a perfect body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like-
I don't see
Name
it
it in
in terms
tennis.
of
Who?
athleticism. I don't see it in terms of athleticism, but ability to do everything at your position. Peyton Manning.
maybe.
but he's not athletic enough.
He's not athletic.
and he can't
Maybe
run.
Serena
But-
Williams to a point.
Serena, sure. But
Serena.
it's like you're playing against ladies.
The comparison
It's
I
not
always
even
made
like-
across sports was Peyton. Not athletic. You're right. He's not athletic. But
That's
the
why I can't give him
brain,
credit.
the ability to throw, like the dissection of everything.
But
Yeah.
LeBron has that and the athleticism. So give me Peyton, but with Cam Newton, maybe.
Yeah.
But you don't have it.
Yeah.
Who is like? I can give you Jordan as a soccer player. That's probably Ronaldo.
Or Messi.
I would
Messi,
say, I
I
would
think
say
Messi
Brady.
is. I think Messi is.
Kobe.
No. Messi is Steph.
I would say Brady.
Okay.
Messi's
okay.
Steph.
Brady too.
But Brady doesn't have the athleticism. You need that part of it. He's not just a smart player.
Like I've never seen like.
I think it's tough for football quarterbacks. It's Here's the thing.
It's also
football,
tough to be a power
no,
forward.
I'm
that
saying tough to
dribbles
make
like
a comparison because football, there's 22 pieces on the field at once. So it's really hard, unless you're the quarterback, to dominate a game.
Give me a 6'9" corner. That's what he is.
You're just
He's
saying
a
just
6'9"
okay. So you're saying
shutdown
just
corner.
athletic ability.
No. I'm saying everything together: athleticism, size.
But
brains.
that's my point.
He
Is
the
they've never
combination.
looked for quarterbacks to be athletic. That's
Yeah.
not something that ever mattered until
And that's the same thing with
10
point
years,
guards.
15 years
So
ago.
question:
That's the same thing with point
if there
guards.
was somebody who was the best quarterback ever and he happened to be athletic, don't you think they'd put him as a quarterback?
Well, yeah, but what if he didn't have as many rings as Brady, or he didn't seem to have the clutch factor that Brady had? These things would still come into play.
Yeah, but don't you think they'd put him at quarterback?
But I think what he's trying
No.
to say is just
Hold
like,
on.
Oh,
You
if
think
they-
if
if they
somebody
could throw
was
and everything else,
physically
okay.
the best quarterback ever,
Yeah, if he could do everything like
he's the best quarterback ever.
throw. Yeah, okay.
You would
But
put him at
LeBron-
quarterback.
Yeah, but
So they just haven't done that yet because it hasn't existed.
What about Gronk?
Gronk is
Gronk might be the closest.
he's kind of close. He's up there. Just as far as physical.
he's a Hulk.
Yo,
he's fast.
That's a great. Gronk might be. Now we're getting someone who, and I'll be honest, I don't even know Gronk's cerebral ability in the game. Does he
Randy
really
Moss?
understand?
I mean, I feel like football players.
Randy.
I think football is like the most cerebral.
Randy
sport.
Moss, 4'2", 40, 6'4", which is huge for a receiver. Apparently, super smart football brain.
Yeah, Randy Moss is a pretty good.
I mean, he
comparison.
needed like one. It was one play, right? It's
Yeah,
just-
it's like just.
But he
take the
also
top
apparently
off.
was
Yeah.
smart at defense. And the same way that LeBron can drive all day, but that's not all he's good at.
right. I'm just saying it might be Randy.
Yeah,
All I'm saying
probably
is,
because it's like that's the same thing with.
But
That's the same
comparing
thing
him to
with-
Randy is an insult.
I don't think it's an insult because like there's certain games where like
My
the
face
other
is
day
scrunched up even thinking
when
about
we're
the
just
idea.
like, yo,
How
why
you
doesn't
compare to a guy who
LeBron?
doesn't even have a ring?
Why doesn't LeBron just go and just score every time he wants to? Like he can if he wants to.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Randy Moss. We're like, why can't we just throw it over the top for Randy Moss
Well,
every
they did
time?
that.
We probably can't. That's
And
what
then they
Brady
lost.
did, and they won 16 games and lost to one.
But that's what's unfair about for football. If you're a wide receiver, you just can't affect the game like
Sure.
that. Like
Yeah.
LeBron always holds the ball.
That's
yeah,
true.
that's true. That's I guess that's to your point.
I'm
man.
just
Like,
saying
there's
it-
nobody who has that much control over a game.
But that's I'm saying basketball lends itself to that. There's 5 players. Even hockey, you got 5-on-5, but then line changes every fucking 2 minutes or whatever.
Sure, but you can be a dominant hockey player.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can be. That's possible. And maybe it's Ovechkin. Maybe Ovechkin has that kind of size, but
I don't know how
I just
athletic Wayne
think-
Gretzky
I
was, but
honestly
he
think
owns
that-
He was
everything.
little though. He's tiny.
I
He
honestly
didn't
think
have
that only lends itself to the fact that the best athletes on the planet play basketball.
Yeah.
Like
Well, some
that's-
people would say football too, but yeah, I'm with you.
I think the best. I think even bad basketball players are pretty good football players. It's never the other way around.
Yeah.
It's like you're not like, oh, I didn't make it in the NFL, so I'm gonna go play point guard for the Knicks. Like
Yeah.
Charlie Ward did that, and he
Ward,
was
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
He's not like an okay football player is literally Tony Gonzalez. I mean, an okay basketball player is literally like a Hall of Fame football player.
Yeah.
LeBron was a pretty good football player.
Yeah, like if LeBron wanted to play football, are you kidding me? He would be Gronk times 5.
Best
dog.
ever.
Like,
Best ever if he wanted to
just-
play.
if he wanted to, but I think just the
No,
best
I don't
athletes.
think so.
I think the
Best
best
ever.
athletes play basketball
Who you're
or
tell-
soccer.
Hold on. You don't think LeBron would be the best ever at his position if he played football?
No, I
You
don't.
think that Tony Gonzalez is going to be a better tight end than LeBron James?
I think Gronk could be a better tight end than LeBron James. Yeah.
I don't
I
know,
do.
man.
First of all, I don't think LeBron is ready for that level of punishment.
But if he trained himself for it,
Yeah.
like if he, if
You-
if,
you are
if,
still-
if he's like 17 years old and it's like
Gronk
football,
sits
basketball,
out 4
football,
games every
basketball,
year.
it's like you know what, fuck it. I'm
He's
gonna go
not
play
ready for
football.
that punishment.
Yeah, I know, because it's a fucking insane amount of punishment.
So you
And
but-
also, it's different. Like football, the first step doesn't mean much. If you're a tight end, first step, big deal. Speed, 40 yards, huge deal. If you're playing receiver
and
or
you
tight
think
end.
Gronk is faster than LeBron James?
I don't think LeBron's 40 is faster than like a fast wide receiver.
But we're talking about Gronk.
I think it'd be close.
I think Braun, if it might be close, but he's
Braun
a
would-
lot faster than you're giving
Are
him
we
credit
kidding?
for.
Are we kidding here? Braun would
LeBron-
dominate.
I think he could play. I don't think he'd be the best tight end ever. I just
Bill
No, I'm saying if he
Belichick would
chose-
trade Gronk right now for LeBron
I don't think he
James
would.
in a
I just don't
heartbeat.
think he would.
I don't think about that. I think if he chose to be if he chose
If he chose
football
at
as his
40
sport
years old, he'd be
instead of
fine.
basketball,
Absolutely.
I think he would be one of the greatest football players. I think you know what? I just want people to understand like what we're witnessing, dog. Like, don't be such a homer and so closed off.
Yeah, if you
to not appreciate the type of greatness that we're watching
and let me
right
tell you
now.
why.
Like-
Let me tell you why.
And
you
I'm a
shouldn't do
Knicks
that.
fan, dog.
Tell you why you
Like-
shouldn't do that.
I did that with Jordan. I didn't
'Cause here's
appreciate
the
him, and
thing.
I regret it.
I
Yeah.
went as a Knicks fan. I remember hating Jordan.
Yeah,
Same.
Same.
and I would say things like Magic was better. I never watched Magic. I was 2 years old when Magic. I would say Bird is better. Jordan can't shoot like Bird. I would just say things because I was upset. And it wasn't until I saw Jordan struggle against the Pacers, and I think it went to a game. I think it went maybe Game 6 or something like that. But it was like the Pacers might have. I think it was Jordan's last run.
Yeah, that was the year.
That was the last run. That's when I finally agreed to appreciate Jordan and what he was.
Do you remember when your Jordan is the greatest moment is? I remember mine.
My Jordan is the greatest
all I'm
moment.
saying is this, is if you're someone young, I remember being in your shoes, and I remember spending time hating Jordan, and it was a waste.
It was a waste
and
of time.
if you can see it in yourself to just check that bias, you will be able to witness one of the greatest athletes in the history of sports in his prime right now.
Yeah.
Don't hate that person for no fucking reason because you're taking away from yourself.
Yeah, like you can't not love the game as much as you do and not appreciate what you're watching.
Just enjoy it.
My moment where my stop hating on MJ moment was exactly when he was playing, I think, the Magic in his first comeback, and he's wearing 45.
Right.
And then he didn't play that good of a game. And then all of a sudden news broke out like, oh, he's going back to 23. I was like, oh, shit, he's going back to 23? Oh, shit. And I was like, why do I care? I was like, no, this is awesome. Yeah, he's going back to 23. And then, like, that whole next season, like, that's when he came out with the Concord 11s. That's when Space Jam came out. I was like, no, Michael Jordan's fucking rules.
That's the greatest run maybe we've ever seen, ever. To have the Space Jams and Space Jam.
And Space Jam came out.
And 72 and 10.
And then he wanted to, oh, God,
Mine was Flu Game. That's when I was sick watching it, but I was like, this is the greatest player I've ever seen.
The Hennessy game. Yeah. The Crown Royal
Flew
game.
my ass. Motherfucker been drunk.
The Maker's Mark game.
Yeah, fuck out of here. Everybody else on that court knew exactly what that was. He didn't smell like no flu.
The reason why Scotty was hugging him because he smelled like Crown Royal.
Yeah.
He was like, that's delicious. It's coming out of your pores. Let me get some.
Fucking paper cuts on his fingers from the blackjack
this is
cards.
almost a very Bron-heavy show. Let's
let's
talk about the other Eastern Conference matchup, man.
Real quick, we need to give the no smoking section this week to our friend Drake.
Nah, Drake.
This makes me so happy. I was really running low on reasons to hate Drake. I was out, to be honest with you. I was out. And then this motherfucker has the nerve to shit talk Kendrick Perkins. Yeah. I'm here in real life. You should be slapped in the fucking face, dog.
What did he say to him? He said, I like your capris.
So apparently Jordan, it's my fault. Drake was talking to Jose Calderon, who's on the Cavs now. Yeah. Was on the Raptors for a while.
Dude, is it true he's a billionaire?
Yeah, apparently.
Is it real? That's got to be a different Jose Calderon because I've seen that.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way you're just playing both.
I just don't believe there's billionaires in Spain. I used to live there for a year. I can't fathom that anybody there has $1 billion.
So Drake was talking to Jose Calderon
on like $300 a month.
Yeah, that's like when I went to DR. I went to DR. Like I spent like a grand total of like $150 at like the time of my life.
Spain is supposed to be a first world country. Dude, and when I say supposed to be, there are some things that are not very first world. I remember when my friends were in the south of Spain, which is even more third worldly. Yeah. They parked their car in a no parking spot in front of a precinct for 3 days. Not even a ticket. Didn't even move it. No, they were so lazy they wouldn't even leave the fucking precinct to go pull the car out of the way. Okay, but anyway, go on.
So Drake's talking to Jose Calderon after they blow the first game, and I guess Kendrick Perkins was talking to him, and I don't know. Like Kendrick Perkins probably just comes off as an abrasive type of dude.
The story I heard from Kendrick Perkins,
and then Drake apparently called him a pussy.
So yeah, the story I heard,
which is. Yeah, exactly. It's that. Like, that is the one word. That's like the Michael J. Fox, don't call me chicken. Like, you call me.
That's the Back to the Future.
Back to the Future? It's like.
Marty McFly never wanted to be called chicken?
Yeah. What? You never watched Back to the
fuck,
Future?
Man? What the fuck?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, like, Michael J. Fox was like super relaxed all the time. But if you called him chicken, that's when he turned up. That's when he'd be like, well, nobody calls me chicken, bro. Like, it's fighting words. It's fighting. Like, we can't go back after that. So that in 2018. You call another grown man a pussy.
Yeah.
Who would beat your ass?
It's fighting words. But on the side note, kind of must be nice to be that rich.
Yeah. Just
to call somebody, whoever the fuck you want.
NBA players fighting, yo.
No, of course
not.
Out of
here. Kevin Garnett
Drake ain't fighting.
Melo's wife's pussy tastes like Cheerios, and all Mello did is yelled at him outside the fucking bus. He ain't trying to enter the bus. Just knock on the door. The bus driver will open
NBA
the
players
fucking door.
don't want to fight NBA players. NBA players will fight Drake.
Oh yeah,
That's a different fight.
I don't think they will.
Nah, here's my thing. I don't think they would fight Drake.
Ain't
Drake
fighting nobody.
wouldn't fight Chris Brown. Do you think this man's gonna fight fucking
Oh,
Kendrick
Drake
Perkins?
ain't fighting nobody
That's
either.
what I'm saying. Drake's stuff. I've heard
you
stories,
get to a
dude.
point of wealth where
Thank
you
you.
don't fight.
Yes.
Rich people don't fight. It's just like
Man.
there's a reason why America doesn't fight
But
Russia.
here's-
We just get Syrians to do it.
So-
there's no,
Oh my
and the same thing goes to for these hip hop stars.
Dog.
Hip hop stars don't fight each other. They just get
I
their
have a
security
story.
to do that shit.
I have a story.
Oh, real
man.
quick
There
about
was-
this Kendrick Perkins thing.
That's
So-
how stupid Tony Parker is that he got in the way of a bottle that was thrown at another
What?
security guard.
I'm like, hits me.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? This is what the security guards are here. Let them fucking fight.
There-
That's why Tekashi's going to be fine.
There's a story. There's an urban.
Real quick, though, the thing that makes this Drake thing worse is he also followed Kendrick to the locker room saying, like, I'm here in real life, come see me. Like, it's over. You call him a pussy, you talk your shit, you let it go.
Yeah.
Don't follow the motherfucker like you want to
Dog,
fight.
he-
Follow
It's
that
like when Chris
motherfucker.
Paul goes to the locker room.
Yeah.
Goes to the Clippers locker room. You don't want smoke.
Drake himself probably doesn't want.
Neither
smoke,
of them
but
do.
It's like
The man got a song called No Smoke.
free
He
smoke.
don't want
smoke.
is it
Free smoke,
He
yes.
ain't giving out no
No,
free
he
smoke.
was giving that shit out like healthcare. Kendrick didn't want that. Kendrick didn't want none of that smoke right there.
Man, listen, I heard some Drake stories, dog. Keep thinking.
Okay,
This
what's the story?
motherfucker's
Keep
a
thinking
man.
he won't get you fucked up, man. Like
What's the
I've heard
story
some.
you heard?
It's like, all right, I'll retract names.
He
to
got
protect
goons
the
on the
innocent.
payroll. That's
He's got hella goons under payroll.
Oh, of
dog.
course.
Somebody who shall not be mentioned thought that Drake stole a melody or a song to him
Okay.
of his that kind of turned out to be a big song, whatever. And I guess he went up to him like in his house, like in his party, like in his house, like, nah, man, y'all fucked. And apparently the dude was drunk or whatever, but like he's a pretty well known dude, and he was kind of like making a scene, yada yada yada. Drake did one of these, and then doof doof doof, stomp stomp stomp. Jazzy Jeff out the house. And it's like it wasn't even it was one of those like, at first he's trying to calm him down like
He wasn't doing that to Diddy.
It was hey man, him and Diddy are cool now, so who knows how that
Well, that's right. Diddy
was
slapped him.
resolved.
Diddy fucked up a shoulder or something
Diddy
like
slaps
that.
a lot of people allegedly.
Diddy don't give a fuck.
Nah,
bro.
he
Rich
doesn't.
people don't fight. Diddy
slapped
fights.
some
Diddy
dude
fights.
cheeks.
It's like it's like if I was that rich, like you gotta slap some people. Because it's like that'll never come back to you. It's like if I was Diddy rich or Drake rich,
Yeah.
I'm beat him up a little bit, and I'm like, yo, bring him over here so I can slap him one time. All right, get him out my house.
Some of these dudes doing shit. That's the
Something.
thing, man. All this fucking clap, 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 and yap, 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 and nobody's fucking doing shit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the no smoking section could go to him too, just for how sadly quiet he was watching LeBron just cook
Oh,
up.
that was incredible because he was loud that game. One.
Boy, he was
clapping,
loud as hell,
doing all that
clapping,
shit.
all in the front, talking all
Probably
crazy.
shut that up real
My man
quick.
is the Meek Mill of
Yeah.
Toronto.
Dude.
As long as you sit in courtside, good things are not gonna happen. Shut the fuck up.
Man, I'm happy Meek's free, but boy, oh boy.
Oh, yeah, he cursed him.
Brett
Dude.
Brown might want to send him back.
No, that's totally true.
I
so,
wish he got
so the
freed in
Sixers
January.
haven't won a single fucking game since Meek Mill has been released from prison. What y'all need to do is apologize to that judge because that judge was trying to save your fucking city.
He won y'all a Super Bowl.
She won you guys multiple championships by putting your bad luck curse in prison, and then you bitch motherfuckers came out here crying about, oh, it's unfair and the system is fucked up. Well, sometimes the system need to be fucked up for you to get some W's out here. Okay? Sometimes you need to sacrifice, and when you sacrifice, you win. All right? If you
Oh,
watch
no,
the Avengers, you understand sacrifice. Thanos trying to sacrifice half the fucking world so that the other half can live. All the Avengers willing to sacrifice their loved ones
Thanos
so that
was looking
everybody
at
can
Gamora
live.
like, "What do you mean? Your country, your planet was mad peaceful after I killed half your people."
Exactly. You're welcome.
They was
You're
like,
welcome.
hello, like
Yeah.
there's mad resources now.
Yeah.
Like
Your uncle
sometimes
dead, but
motherfuckers
your
gotta
auntie
die.
happy. You know what I
Like,
mean?
you alive, ain't you?
Fuck out of here, yo. Fuck out of here. All I'm saying is
Looked at
that
his
judge.
daughter for
yo,
like
if I'm
5
that
seconds.
judge, you got to tweet out some shit like I told y'all.
Nah, man.
Fuck yeah, I told y'all.
I'm happy Meek's free.
Yeah.
I'm happy. What he went through was fucked up. I'm a Meek fan. You know what I mean? Shout
I
out
fuck
to
with
this whole
Meek, too.
squad.
He's bad
But
luck.
it's like, hey, man, hey, Philadelphia, what do you like more? Championships or Meek free?
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
After a while,
You got two already, so maybe they're like, you know what? We're not gonna hedge our
Dreams
bets
and
here.
nightmares really don't slap as hard now that he's free. It's really not. When he was locked up, that shit, you forgot about Drake. You forgot about everything, dog. You forgot about them fucking mouth whitening commercials he was doing on Instagram. You forgot everything, man. I got hyped when the Eagles ran out to that shit. I said, yo, these motherfuckers are gonna win.
Yo, when he was in jail, that shit slapped like a church hymn, dude. Like it was like I used to pray for times like this.
Yeah.
And now he's free. It's like, well, he's free now. So
I
hey,
even looked up the
all
lyrics.
right.
I did like a lyric video on YouTube for that because I really wanted to know what he had to say.
Don't sound
Oh
the same.
man, that's a great song, though.
It's a
It's
good
not
song.
a great song.
No,
it's
it's
a
a great song.
30 seconds.
No, it's a great
This
Hold
is
on.
amazing.
song. We
Don't
will
play
not
it because then there's gonna be a fucking issue with the thing.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
We could
Every
slander
week,
Meek
Alex
Mill
puts
all
a
we
video
want.
in the thing that we know we can't play.
Yeah.
And then I get a message from YouTube like, "Hey, you
With
can't
DMCA?
have this shit." Yeah. So we can't. We're not
Is
doing
it-
any more videos.
Say what you
anymore.
want about Meek as far as like being bad luck and his music, whatever.
Drake.
Like Drake, all that shit. Like the best thing he probably will ever do in life.
Go to jail.
That Dreams and Nightmares song, bro.
Oh, I thought
That
it was-
it's a perfect rap song, dog.
It's dope. It's a
It's
dope
a
ass song.
perfect
You wanna know
rap
some-
song.
But it's definitely
dude.
not as good now that he's free. That's just what it is.
It doesn't
It's
slap
just
as
a
hard.
fact.
It definitely don't.
He knew what he was getting everybody into. And you could tell by the way that he hit that bell. Did y'all see him hit the
He
bell?
did hit that bell a little
He
gingerly,
hit that
like
shit mad soft, yo. He hit that shit like the doctor hits your knee to check your reflexes. Like he just tapped that shit with the wrist. It was all wrists. It wasn't even, yo, you just got out of jail. I thought you were gonna wallop that
nah,
shit.
bro.
You should have hit the bell
I
like
feel
it was
him,
the
dog.
judge.
Like it was like, bro. He's like, you sure I'm allowed to do this? I just got out.
Yeah, he was still shook.
Yo, dog. He's like, yo, listen, like
Looking for his CO.
Somebody's about to come up behind him. Like, you know, you're not allowed to touch
Yo, that's
hammers.
Philly the most ruthless motherfuckers ever. This guy just got out of jail, and you're like, yo, come to the game. Here's some nachos. You want to visit your mom? She can wait.
They're like showers, food, your kids.
Fuck all that.
There's a
Bitch ass
basketball
in his
game
limo.
going on. Let's
Yeah.
go.
We need your good
We
luck.
got this helicopter. This shit didn't fill itself up for free.
And they lost 3 straight, and they stopped inviting his ass to shit. They're like, we're bringing him to Boston. They lost. It was like, all right, we don't need him here for both games. I think one game was sufficient. You know, he's probably got shit to do back home.
Oh my gosh, we can't. I mean, we could blame Miko as all we want, but fucking Ben Simmons, Jesus Christ, all that he don't got to shoot a jump shot. Shit went south real fast.
It's crazy how fast everything changes in the playoffs.
Oh my
Game to
God.
game, your entire perception of a human being changes.
Dog.
Yeah, because you can strategize for each player. Especially, look, I got to apologize. Man, I fucked up this week, boy.
Go for it.
I fucked up giving credit to Toronto when they didn't want to come through for your boy. And maybe I was so hyped because y'all sold out the show so quick for me. I really wanted y'all to win, man. You guys flattered my ego so much that I just wanted y'all to beat fucking Braun, but nah. And then I shit all over Brad Stevens. I don't know if you guys were even here for it.
No, but you
No,
told
I
me you
don't
were
think I was
gonna.
there.
At the
Yeah.
shows, you said you're gonna. You said I can't wait for them to lose to Philly so
Yeah.
you can shit all over. No, you thought they were gonna lose to motherfucking first round, whoever they played, Bucks. You
Yeah,
thought they were
Giannis.
gonna lose to
Almost
Bucks.
did.
They almost did.
Almost did.
They almost
That went
did.
And it was almost about to be another first round exit for my man Brad Stevens. But I will say this about Brad Stevens. I know everybody wants to call him a genius, and I think this is this Boston media thing that they do, which is like they really they highly tout the coaches. That's what they do up in Boston. There's Belichick. He's a
Belichick.
genius, and what's it called? He's a
He is, though.
He's a genius.
And Doc Rivers is a genius before he was there, and now
Was he?
now people. Oh, listen, he won Coach of the Year. He got that one championship. It was
Boston
like,
media, dude.
He was a
Everybody's-
top tier motherfucker. Traded for him. People don't forget. People forget
traded
this.
for Doc Rivers. That's
People
right.
they traded for Doc Rivers. It's not like he went to LA on his own volition. He was so valuable. They were like, here, have a draft pick so we can have your coach. I think that definitely is a Boston thing. Like
Yeah,
with their
well, no,
coaches.
the Boston media run, or Boston journalism, Boston media, they run the perception of sports, right? Like you have all these guys that will, you have Simmons, but also just regular the Boston Journal, whatever the fuck that.
Bob
shit
Ryan is
newspaper.
super respected. I know that.
Exactly. So once they drop something, ESPN picks it up. Once ESPN picks it up, it just becomes part of the zeitgeist, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, oh yeah, he is a genius coach. Now
Yeah.
I will say
They're right
this.
next door to each other.
Boom,
Bristol's
that's it. Done.
hop, skip, and a jump away.
Right. So I will say this. I will say this about, and this is the difference between Boston and Toronto. Boston sucks their fucking team's dicks, right? And then everybody else respects their teams because they have something backing them. Toronto media does not suck their team's dicks. They can't wait to discredit them on some like self-deprecating Canadian shit. I don't know what the fuck it is, but
so, yeah, you know, we tried it.
Yeah, we tried our best.
Really
Yeah. No, fuck all that. So it creates this genius perception. Now, Brad Stevens, is he? I will say this about him. Again, I'm not giving credit till he gets some victories. I mean, is Brad Stevens better than Mike D'Antoni? Nobody's calling Mike D'Antoni a genius, but Brad Stevens hasn't accomplished anything.
But they did call Mike D'Antoni a genius.
That's 7 seconds or less.
I call him a genius.
I'm hearing it again, but
I do. But what I'm saying is there are people that will give Brad Stevens credit that won't give D'Antoni credit. So I'm like, you got to keep the same energy. Neither of them has a ring. They've both gone far with mediocre talent.
I give Brad Stevens the label because I've been watching him since college, since like those Butler runs, and when I was like really into
to Andrew's point, the Butler team that also didn't win.
But it's Butler.
Yeah,
the fact that Butler was one championship, because of him. Like, he established that culture over there to where it's like, okay, like now this is the program established by him. So now it's not a surprise if Butler's in the Sweet 16 or Elite 8 or some shit like that. But before then, they were nothing.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm waiting for him to prove to me that he's as great as other people say he is. I think other people are already ready to give him the crown.
What would make that a championship?
Because he's new. It's because he's new. Now, you might be right. What he might be is Mike D'Antoni East. Mike D'Antoni came to the Suns, took a team that wasn't supposed to be good, made them much better than they were. That's what he does. Still never gets his team to the finals. Brad Stevens might be that for the East. Now, the one thing we need to see is next year he gets Kyrie and Gordon Hayward. Right. And then that team is talented, like super talented, and then we see what he does. If he doesn't make it to the finals next year, and I think you're going to start hearing it, if he doesn't make it to the finals next year, that genius shit's going to slow down real
He's got a year or two to really
prove one thing, and I think that's a great point. I think there's one thing that just bothers me about the whole Brad Stevens commentary, which is, and this is what Boston media does, right? Boston media will go, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, are superstars, incredible players. How do you have these guys that play both ends of the floor, athleticism, they can both shoot threes, they're incredible players. And then in the same sentence, they'll go, Brad Stevens is doing this with nobody. He has nobody on his team. How is he able to take a team with literally nobody? Hayward's there, not there. Kyrie's out. He's taking a team of nobodies to the finals, and it's like, or far in the playoffs, and it's like, which one is it, guys? Because I look at Jaylen Brown and I look at Jason Tatum, and I see them as future superstars, but current great players. I think they're better than any other players right now on the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think both of them.
You think Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are better than Kevin Love?
I think they're better than Kevin Love.
I would take.
I think they project to be better than them, but like right
now, effectiveness. Because Kevin Love ain't scoring off the ball.
Kevin Love's not playing D, man. 50% of the game. He's not really. He's a liability 50% of the time.
I like Jason Tatum a lot. I like him a lot. But that's speeding.
I swear it's Boston media. It's Boston media underplaying the players. And I think on some level, they might realize that it's better to value the coach than the players, because once you big up the players, they'll leave.
You establish the culture, though.
Exactly.
You establish the culture.
This is a Patriots thing. I truly believe
it's not the Patriot way. It's the Boston way.
Or it might be the Boston way. It might be the way to do it. Because what do we do in New York? We suck a player's dick. The player has all the leverage. The team gets fucked up. Bye. Why don't we suck a coach's dick? Why don't we suck Fizdale's dick?
We're just sucking the wrong dicks.
We
in
need
New
to
York.
start sucking some dick. What I will say about Stevens is this, and I have to take this back. He outcoached Brett Brown, especially in those final moments of the game where he drew up the plays. He knew exactly what to do to expose 76ers, and he got the best of him, and I have to give credit where credit is due. That game was won through coaching.
I think
he outcoached him.
He's I say this all the time, I'm a basketball junkie, so like I watch the game like probably different than a lot of people watch it. And like the way he gets, like Shane Larkin was on the Knicks for and I think he actually listens to the show, by the way. He was on the Knicks for a while, didn't really get as much burn as he should have.
First of all, Shane, you cost the Mavericks Giannis, so whatever.
He manages to he does something with players where he accentuates their positives so much and hides the shit that they're not good. Like Shane Larkin's like 5'10", soaking
Yo,
wet.
Shane,
You know what I'm
Kaz
saying?
is trying
Al
to say you
Horford-
used to be a bum. And he's saying once you got with Brad Stevens, he made you not a bum.
No,
you know what I
but-
mean? That's the polite way of saying it. And yes, we all know. Brad Stevens is a point guard fucking guru.
Yeah, like
'Cause he's got
Terry
Rozier.
Rozier
He's
is-
about to get paid, yo.
Like, Terry Rozier was good, but
Yo,
nobody
Rozier-
thought he was gonna be this good.
Son, Rozier's had
My
this
man is
Chris
trolling
Childs moment.
Eric
Remember
Bledsoe.
when Chris Childs was balling out with the Nets,
Yeah.
and the Knicks signed him that big fucking contract, and then
Yeah.
R.I.P. he fucking sucked. But like that's, I mean, and he's our
Yo, he's
logo.
still alive.
He's our logo. Now we fuck with him heavy. He's our logo, but he sucked with the Knicks. He had one.
I don't even want to co-sign this. I feel uncomfortable co-signing
I'll
this.
co-sign it. He could probably two-piece me like he did Kobe. He sucked with the Knicks. The greatest play he had on the Knicks was punching Kobe Bryant in the jaw. That was the
man.
greatest thing he did.
That's the greatest play the Knicks had on the Knicks.
No. We miss a lot of layups.
We do miss a lot of layups. But nah, I mean, like it's
4-point play.
The
Greatest
reason why
play of the
I
Knicks.
like
Larry Johnson 4-point play.
Brad Stevens is so he just draws up matchups really well, and like for certain games, like even if you don't watch the game a lot, you know what I'm saying, like. You can see when someone's being clearly outcoached.
Yep.
Where it's like when you see somebody just expose a weakness over and over and over again, and there's no adjustment at halftime, or they just do it the whole game, or they don't take advantage of the mismatches. That's being outcoached.
Yep. You're
Like
right.
if they know something's coming
You're
and they
right.
can't stop it, if they're like, okay, we're down by one or it's tied up, we need to get the ball to our best player in his spot, and we all know it's going there. And they still got it off, and they still couldn't stop it, even with their best defender and best player, Embiid, over there, being left out on the island.
Yeah.
That's amazing coaching.
You know what's
And
crazy?
And it seems like that happens with him a lot.
If Kyrie didn't get traded to Boston, LeBron would probably go there.
Yeah.
They would have crazy cap space, high draft picks, good young players, and a good coach. It would be Philly with a good coach.
Yeah.
And players that probably fit him better.
What a team, the size alone.
Jeez, man.
Jalen, Jason, Braun, Hayward, and then
Whoever
Horford.
at point guard.
Everything is a
Who did they
perfect
give
switch.
up for Kyrie?
Okay.
They
And
gave up what?
nothing.
Crowder and Isaiah Thomas?
Yeah. I mean, look,
Guys that we thought were good with Brad Stevens and then weren't.
And then weren't as good when they
that's the way
left
it works.
them.
No, and it's amazing what they pulled off with that. But and real quick, if we just go back to what were we just saying?
Rozier, coaching.
No, just
matchups?
Literally
LeBron.
right before the trade thing.
LeBron
on
the
Boston.
matchups of Brad Stevens and
Oh,
Al Horford.
If Horford, not enough people are talking
Oh,
about
yeah, that's
how
true.
exceptional
He's great.
Al Horford is playing in the playoffs.
He's great.
Two things. One, you know who's really being exposed here? And maybe this is Brad Stevens' genius. He finds your weakness and knows exactly how to expose it. D'Antoni doesn't know how to expose nothing.
No.
He has one fucking play, right? And it's so genius that he has a nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
That's what he has. He just has
All the Rockets are the Phoenix
literally
Suns.
nuclear rockets.
The Phoenix Suns, but you got
Two
a
Steve
shooting
Nashes.
guard playing Steve Nash. You got two
Yeah.
Steve Nashes, and the other Steve Nash is like a dynamite scorer as well.
And we're gonna get to how fucking soft Harden is in a second, but because it's infuriating to me. But I will say this: he has one play, he has one offensive set, and it's really hard to stop. But it's very effective. He's not gonna outcoach you in terms of strategy. Maybe he'll draw up a good play. But Stevens will literally. Stevens looks at Embiid and he goes, "This guy is a freight train." Once he gets going in one direction, he is physically not capable of changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you watch Embiid close out on a 3-point shot, and this is what they've been doing to Embiid, they have Horford be on the 3-point line. They'll have a swing, and then Horford will pump fake. Embiid starts going in that direction. It's literally stopping a freight train.
Yeah.
He jumps up, stops. His knees just can't handle. Maybe he's a little bit out of shape, but they can't handle that quick thing, and his recovery time is horrible.
But that's and the wild thing is, Embiid's a pretty nimble 7-footer. That's just all 7-footers, and that's why stretch 5s and stretch 4s are so hard to defend.
Yeah.
Because if you got to come and respect the 3-point out there, they're not recovering if
Can't recover.
you know what I mean. If they're leaned one way too far, like that's time. That time is precious, and the
And he's
motherfucker could shoot. It's lights out
Getting
all day.
exposed.
Yeah.
Embiid is getting exposed, and it's like sad to see him move because I always looked at Embiid's Euro step, and I was like, whoa, this guy is so nimble. He's so
Yeah.
agile. He can do it going in one direction,
Yeah.
but he can't switch it. Who's
That's
Willie,
asking a lot, though.
Willie Cauley-Stein, right?
Yeah.
Had an ankle surgery. literally no offensive game whatsoever. I saw this guy once jump on a pump fake. The guy who pumped him went to the basket. He catches up and blocks the shot. At 7 feet, it was mind-boggling to see.
Yeah,
I
but
couldn't
he's a little bit more slimmer than
he's
Embiid.
agile.
Embiid's like he's built like a tank.
Exactly.
You know?
And it's great when he's in the post and he's banging and he's an amazing shooter, but you can expose him at the end of the game. He had a couple big fuck-ups at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Dude, they had massive rookie fuck-ups in that game. I mean,
they're
first of
still
all,
a young team, man.
Simmons, on that inbound pass that got stolen, did you see him one-hand that? Are you fucking retarded?
He one-hands a lot of passes, though, but like in the crunch time, I'm like, bro, you need to...
Thumbs down
on that motherfucker.
Thumbs down on the chest pass. And honestly,
I need the fundamentals, dude.
You got to have McConnell do it. I know it's such a big advantage that you have Ben Simmons because you have the height and the vision, but in a crunch time moment like that, first of all, do not put the ball in JJ's hands unless he's shooting. We're not having JJ dribble.
Yeah.
Or just let McConnell get the ball. He'll get it in there.
But you see all these things that we're explaining? That's an example of being out-coached because a good coach knows to do that shit. A good coach is like, I'm putting my best scorer here. We're drawing this up. If this doesn't work, we're going to here, that. You're not even, I mean, like, you know basketball, but you don't get paid for this shit. But even if you're looking at this like, why is JJ Redick passing the ball? Why is this guy passing with one hand? Why all this shit that we don't even think about?
Yeah.
Brad Stevens probably has thought about this shit a million times and then has drilled it into their head so they don't make those mistakes.
Dude, the great play where they cleared it out for Horford down low,
and
Horford gets this one-on-one with Covington, and he's too big for Covington. Dude, I have so much respect for Horford, man.
Yeah.
Over the regular season,
consummate professional.
Fucking professional, but over the regular season, just kind of played normally.
Yeah.
And this is like, I think they gave him max, didn't they?
Yeah, I think he's a max player, yeah.
Just played normally. They gave him max. Maybe he got criticism for not playing bigger in the playoffs.
I think Stevens actually like reduced his minutes during the season so he could on purpose so he could like let him loose in the playoffs and shit.
He's not fancy. He's
effective. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not sold on Brad Stevens being a great coach. He could be D'Antoni. He could be Steve Kerr, I don't know. But he has been a mastermind this series.
Yeah.
You can't say not.
Definitely.
You can't, I mean,
and it only speaks to how good he's been that everyone kind of expects him. If they don't beat the Cavs this year in the finals, you better beat them next year when you have Kyrie and Gordon
next
Hayward
year is his year to decide
Brown.
if he's the genius.
I think that that's a great point that you're making, which is the idea that we can give him this long leash. We're giving Brad Stevens a long leash. We'll give him a long leash, but it starts getting reeled in once you have your whole team back.
Yeah.
But just look at all the players who have like not been as effective in other places since leaving Boston. Like Kelly Olynyk was a featured player for Boston when he was playing with Brad Stevens, and
he hooped in Miami. Though.
He's good, but it's like he's not moving no needle.
Nobody's better.
Yeah. Like
everybody takes a step down. Avery Bradley, who I was
a
fan of.
Avery Bradley was averaging damn near 19 a game.
And what happened with him in Detroit?
Signed a big deal with Detroit, and did he sign it or get traded? He
got traded, I think.
Got traded. He wasn't effective. He wasn't being put in positions to succeed. Same thing Isaiah Thomas said. He's like, I'm not being used like I was in Boston. That is translation for I'm not being put in these advantageous situations in Cleveland like I was in Boston. That's why I suck. Not suck, but like I'm not putting up 30 a game. He's putting up 30 a game almost.
Easy.
King of the fourth.
30 a game.
Yeah.
Like
Brad Stevens and Danny Ainge together, it's sickening.
Yeah.
It's like nauseating.
And the wild shit is like Danny Ainge just eat a lot of shit for like not pulling the trigger on these big trades or like not trading picks for like Paul George, all these You think this motherfucker is spending a dime on Paul George this year?
No.
When I got Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward coming off an injury, Terry Rozier, Kyrie Irving,
traded down to get Jason Tatum too.
Horford, and we got a pick this year? Come on, dog.
So here's the question. After it is so obvious that Brett Brown has been outcoached, does the team lose respect for him?
Oh, no. I hope not.
I don't know. I mean, how do you keep this guy around?
Who's out there?
This is the most important, and I don't know who's out there, but this is the most important time for the 76ers. They got two franchise players, both in their, first and third year or whatever, second, third. You
This is
gotta
like Embiid's
capitalize
first,
now.
like real season.
Sure.
Like, that
Yeah,
really
you
wasn't
gotta
super
you gotta give them a great coach now to maximize what they can do.
And look, he might be a very good coach. I'm wondering, not the organization. I'm wondering as a player. Like, let's say you're in the Army, and your general gets out coached or whatever that would be called.
Yeah.
It's like seeing your dad get beat up, man.
Yeah. Yeah. But like, so let's say you get out strategized, right? And then it happens again. It happens 3 games in a row, 3 fights in a row.
Yeah.
How much longer can you fight for that guy? I don't like, dog. If my general is leading me into battle and we stay losing not because I can't shoot good, but because he's getting out strategized.
Yeah.
By the 4th time, I gotta go. I'm not going to the front lines, dog. Give me a new general. Like,
Yeah.
I'm dying out here.
Can't go to war with this
and it
dude.
ain't my fault.
Yeah.
I'm shooting good.
Yeah.
But these guys are up in a hill shooting down at us. Like, so at a certain point in time, you're gonna lose respect for Brett Brown.
I mean, I think, for one, he's got to throw Markelle Fultz out there. Like, bro, just put him in the fucking game, dude. Do something. And secondly, it's. I think he's the fact that he was there like in the beginning of the process when they were like crap.
Yeah.
And like this is the first year that he's starting to see the fruits of what he's built over there.
Yeah.
I think you kind of got to stick with him. And on top
No,
of that,
I'm not saying organizationally. I'm saying players.
oh, just as a player.
I think players will lose respect for this guy. Like, just as the players on the Celtics revere Stevens, like if you even hear them talk about him, oh, he's a genius. Horford was saying genius.
Yeah, he said it
everybody
right in the postgame.
They're throwing genius out there. How you don't even hear them speak about Phil like that? Or have you once heard a Golden State player call Steve Kerr a genius?
No.
Have you once heard a
Great players will make any coach look legendary. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't think of the last time I've heard like the genius
Pop gets
term.
reverence.
Yeah, Pop.
That's it.
But like I've never heard like the term genius thrown around so loosely for a coach.
Yeah.
In such a long
LeBron and
time.
Kyrie were giving it up to him last year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They're giving up to Stevens.
Yeah. I mean,
You have other teams throwing it out there for
D'Antoni only because he kind of like he brought
doubles
a different
everybody's salary.
that and he brought like
I would call you a genius too if I could buy a house in fucking Barbados.
he brought a different style
D'Antoni
of
changed the league.
game
Dude,
to the
absolutely.
league, right?
Dude, Clint, whatever his
Clint
fucking
Capella.
name, Capella is gonna get a massive contract, and it's not gonna be with the Rockets.
Yep.
And he is gonna let down whatever the fuck.
I've seen
that
this
name
story
is.
happen too many times.
Yeah.
Of course.
Bismack Biyombo,
Jeremy
fucking
Lin.
Jeremy Lin.
Jeremy Lin. What did the Rockets give him?
God,
40 million or something like that.
some shit. I think it was 80 million. It was a lot. It was
Anyway,
a lot. But
yeah.
we got Mike D'Antoni gets you paid. That's for damn sure.
All I'm saying is that genius shit is being thrown around by the team. The team is giving him respect.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I want to see what he does against LeBron. I want to see what he does against LeBron. If they both sweep, if they both finish, I don't know how the game's going to play out tonight. We'll know tomorrow.
What is the score of that early game, Alex? We got a score on that?
I'll
You
pull
got
it up while we're talking.
Right now it's Monday.
What do you think? What do you think the Celtics Cavs series is?
Ooh.
I don't think they win. I don't think the Celtics win. I think the Cavs.
I think Celtics win a game.
Yeah, I could see maybe winning 2.
Okay,
Maybe
Sixers are up by 4 points. 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
There you go.
45-41. And this is in Boston? No, it's in Philly. So we'll see how this goes. But I don't know, man. Like, I really do think this next series is going to tell a lot about both guys. Because if Brad Stevens is the genius we all say he is, and LeBron's the legend that we all say he is, but with that same genius mind,
Yeah.
shouldn't LeBron win?
Yeah.
LeBron win what?
The Sixers. Say the Celtics. And,
He's saying
and
Cavs in 5. Andrew's saying Cavs in
filled
5.
out.
I'm saying Cavs in 6, maybe.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
Cavs in 5 or 6.
Yeah, like I'm done counting LeBron.
Yeah.
I'll never count. The only way I count him out is if he plays against quite possibly the greatest basketball team ever assembled, which is a healthy Golden State Warriors team. And
Dog,
I'm
they put out
telling
that
you,
death lineup yesterday for the
Son.
first time.
the Iggy.
KD at center. It was unfair what
But
he
you
was
know
doing.
what you got to
them.
do, and I can't believe they didn't do it. You got to bully.
Yeah.
You got to, and that's what the
I mean,
Spurs tried to do.
it sounds like an easy thing to do, but it's like you've got 5 all-stars, 5 shooters, and 2 of the 3 best players on earth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, and your third wheel is probably like the second best shooter in the fucking like. Dog, that is a basketball version of like bringing a bazooka to a knife fight.
Dude, it's the Avengers.
it's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it really is the Avengers.
It's the fucking the Infinity Stones.
LeBron is Thanos.
Yeah, exactly.
But Thanos needed, you know everybody that like
Thanos needed 3 movies to finally come out. Like, all right, motherfucker,
also,
you need some helpers.
We seen Infinity War. We might talk about it later. But everybody that was like underneath Thanos was also a badass. Like the Avengers were having trouble with Thanos' minions.
Yeah.
LeBron ain't got no minions.
Yeah, Ebony Maw was giving Iron Man the work a little bit. No, Doctor Strange the work. But it took Thanos a couple movies to get there though. So like I would say the Warriors are the Avengers right now and they're having a good time. But one day LeBron's gonna get those stones and snap his fingers.
Gonna be done.
Like something's gotta end that dynasty.
Dude, there could be an injury. I truly believe there could be an injury.
Bring balance to the universe.
I think even with Steph, I think the Warriors would beat the Cavs. Even with Steph being hurt, I mean.
I think if Steph or KD goes down, it's a series, and I think LeBron has a good chance of winning. If like Clay
I think
goes
more
down,
Steph than KD.
You think Steph's more important?
I think
than KD?
Steph's
he makes
more
it go
important to that team than KD. Unless if they do the fucking
That's
death
fair.
lineup, it's KD.
That's
But
fair.
if they go out with their regular lineup, Steph going down and Steph not being as effective as he should be.
Yeah, because who the fuck is gonna guard? Like, dude, imagine they put that lineup against the Cavs. Who the fuck is gonna guard? You put Kevin Love
Oh gosh.
on
Like I'm getting like
KD? You're twitching.
I'm
You're starting
getting
to
like the twitch. It's like
disappear.
okay, and you could throw a combination of Draymond and Andre Iguodala at LeBron. Steph and Clay are cooking.
KD
whoever.
kind of low key. KD has kind of marked up LeBron these last couple times they played.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. Yeah, he did.
But I'll take LeBron in that matchup. I would love LeBron in that matchup. But you just don't
know.
want LeBron chasing around KD.
That's what I'm saying. Like KD has a lot less of a load to carry, and the discrepancy in talent is too close.
You're gonna throw fucking Larry Nance Jr. at KD?
Yeah,
No, you don't want. I think you got to put JR. And I know he's much smaller, but like I just think you got to throw your best defender.
They did a bunch of like replays during that Warriors game yesterday, where there's hands directly in KD's
doesn't
face,
matter. If the ball gets
and
up
it
here,
does
it's
not fucking
he's
matter.
not even
dog.
looking
Like
at
he's
that
not
point.
like you're not even there.
He's
He's
Neo
7
from the
feet.
Matrix, dude. It's all like there. I think there was some show or something like that where like, or maybe it's an old fable where like this blind guy was a mailman and he delivered the mail for years or something like that, and he didn't even. He had done the same thing so many times that he didn't even see himself doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Something to that extent. And I think that's just where KD is right now. It's like elbow jumper, eyes closed, totally fine.
Yeah, I think they nullify each other, but the Warriors are just too deep. The coaching's better. They got so much. Even like Quinn Cook is like turning into a pretty good player to back up Steph. It's like it's an embarrassment of riches over at Oakland, and I'm just like this. Who's gonna beat these guys? It's got to be an injury. It's got to be something like that.
I'll be in San Francisco this weekend, by the way.
Really?
10th through the 12th at Punchline Comedy Club. Come out. Come see the shows.
I love San Francisco. It's
San
really
Francisco's
gay over
dope.
there.
Yeah. bunch of ugly chicks, too. So all you
That's
ugly
why they're
chicks,
gay.
come on out. Yeah, there's no options. That's what I got.
Like, I don't
I'd
say
rather
it's gay.
fuck
I'm
dudes.
not saying it's gay in a negative way either. Like, it's just really, as soon as you walk, like, the only thing you can say about San Francisco when you walk in is like, yo, it is so gay.
Yo, who was it? I think we had a friend of ours said this, but like no city's gayer than New York.
I guess, but like this shit to
Son,
balance it out.
New
San
York
Francisco
is the only
like
city with 5 gay neighborhoods. A friend of ours pointed this out.
That's
I forget
so
who the fuck
funny.
it was.
really.
I
Hell's
don't know.
Kitchen,
There's
Chelsea.
Hell's Kitchen, Soho, Chelsea, West Village. It just,
West
The
Village.
village, the
Dude,
village is
there-
like New York's anus.
There's one in fucking. It's funny. All the neighborhoods on top of each other, like the gays. But seriously, it's one after another. It's the only one. I'm sure there's one in Queens. I'm sure there's one in Brooklyn. It's just nonstop.
Yeah, I don't think there's one in Staten Island. I doubt it.
But yeah, probably
Nobody-
not. You guys will
yeah.
run them out real quick. The police will
Like,
show
let's
up in
walk outta
fucking
here,
Yankee
boss.
hats.
Fucking
But that's the thing. So we say that shit about San Francisco, and then I'm sure gay dudes from San Francisco come here. They're like, "What?
New York
This shit is
so-
gay."
I mean, it's like I don't. here's the thing. Like, it's not about the neighborhoods. It's just like it's literally the only thing you could say about San Francisco when you walk in there.
No, the ugly girls, man. What are you talking about? You're overlooking a massive thing about San Francisco. The cuck culture. They're creating AI that's going to kill us.
Yep. Yep.
Yo, my friend Alingan Mitra, funny comedian, said the funniest shit. He said AI is like the White Walkers in Game of Thrones. Like, we're all worried about all these other threats, North Korea, and these fucking guys in San Francisco are just building these robots that are going to kill us all. That's San Fran. Also, the ugliest women, maybe outside of Boston, in America.
Yeah.
It's West Coast Boston.
Dude, it's the ugliest chicks on the fucking planet, bro.
Oh,
I remember Andrew and I did a show there. We're walking down the street, and then a girl walks by us, and Andrew just goes, "Oh, my God. I just saw a real life one walking down the street."
It's true.
I didn't get a good look at him, but he was like, "Dog, there was like the only I've never seen a one before."
Yeah, and
I didn't notice that.
Not
though,
disabled.
I
nothing,
spent like
not
two...
like retarded or anything like that. She was like she was born as a regular human being and so ugly that she was a one. And it was
I spent like 2 months in San Francisco doing the Marshawn Lynch show for BR.
Yeah.
And
easiest 2 months of faithfulness.
Yo, I had
no problem.
There was no
Not even a
issues.
question.
Like, girl called me up like, "Hey, you know, here chilling, working out, eating right."
Bro,
taking care of myself.
It's incredible, dude.
It's like there was no temptation.
And even
at
the
all.
ones that are like try to be hot, they don't even fucking take care of themselves. They all wear like Birkenstocks and shit. They let the hairs grow on the bottom of their legs. It's a horrible culture for attractiveness. It's really bad.
And you'll be there this weekend.
I'll
so
be
enjoy.
there all weekend, not fucking you. So if y'all come out, I really appreciate you. Dap me up after the show, but you keep your lady armpit away from me. Your fucking hair coming out of it.
God damn.
Oh man, shout out to the Yankees. They're doing good stuff. And we don't really
Fuck
follow
baseball.
baseball, but the
do
Yankees
that
are doing good.
Yeah.
So shout out to
Oh,
them.
I should acknowledge that when I say ugliest girls, I really mean white women.
Thanks for being specific.
Yeah,
Thanks for
I
being
don't know,
specific.
because the Asian chicks
There's
there are
probably
cute.
probably some
Latinas are cute. Black
yeah.
chicks there are cute. But the white girls there are fucking, dude, paint your toenails. Get your fucking life together, dude. What is the dude? Never will you see more flesh-colored toenails than in the Castro district or the Mission of San
Castro.
Francisco. Yeah, dude.
That's like, that was America. Dave Chappelle said that was America's anus. The Castro?
The Castro?
Yeah.
I thought the Fillmore or something is the gay neighborhood out
No,
there.
I don't know, but I remember he was
Or
doing.
the
I think
filet
for what it's
mignon.
worth,
There's
he
one
was
called
like,
No, the
filet
tenderloin.
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 No,
there
that's
we
supposed to be
go.
the hood. That's supposed to be the
Yeah.
hood. Maybe
Oh,
it's
that's the
gay.
hood?
When
like, it
Every
doesn't
neighborhood in
sound-
San Francisco sounds gay.
I just remember
bro.
him saying,
Yeah.
the tenderloin.
I'm in the Mission. The missionary, like when a dude's fucking legs are wrapped around your waist.
Everything sounds freaking gay.
Tenderloin.
People were telling me
Mission.
Tenderloin was supposed to be like a dangerous neighborhood when I was out there. I was
Yeah.
like, get the fuck
Yeah, that's what he said. He was
I
like,
think I'm scared.
ain't
It's just
nothing
for your
tender about that
butthole.
shit. Oh man, what else we got this week, man?
Harden.
God, we talked so much basketball. What do
We
you
talked a lot of
thoughts?
basketball.
You guys can,
Harden? Meh.
or we could talk about Redskins pimping out their cheerleaders.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
That's
Do you
What's
know
up?
what the story is?
I did read the
Well,
story,
real
actually.
quick, Drake, the Rihanna thing, you promised you were going to tell me on air.
Oh yeah,
Drake Rihanna thing. Oh right, yeah. So
You said Drake had a bad week.
Drake just had
You
a
know I
bad
love
week
Drake
overall, man. So Rihanna had a cover story in Vogue, I think,
Yes.
and
I'm excited about this.
they asked Rihanna about Drake and how they are, and he said, "If I way to zoom in on the cock, Alex." I think she said something on the lines of, I don't hate him, but we're not friends.
Okay.
And social media had a field day with
I think
that.
there was something that said like he said he loved her to her. And
Yeah,
then it
like,
got uncomfortable.
It was
and we're
really
no longer
uncomfortable.
friends.
And if anybody ever watched that
I've been in love with you
VMAs.
since I was 12 years old. Whatever the fuck he said.
Which is like so much. Like on one point, I was it was very fucked up to me. And this is before I even know the whole story. Cause I'm like, oh, like she's getting the Video Vanguard Award. Like this is about her. Like
He really made it about him.
He really made it about himself. And I
Yeah.
was just like, oh, that's kind of a dick move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that came out literally the night that LeBron like scorched the earth with those 8 fadeaways. So between Rihanna pretty much like dubbing him, which is, there's not many worse people to get dubbed by. Like I'd gladly be dubbed by Rihanna happily.
Yeah.
And LeBron kicking his ass and Toronto's ass and silencing him. And even LeBron's son was like on his Instagram comments talking about, yo, your season ends tonight. And Drake.
Bronny?
Little Bronny Jr.
Shouts out
was like, yo,
Bronny.
your season ends tonight. And Drake responded, no, my season starts in June. Talking about when his album drops. Which is a very, very,
Yo, get your money, get your plug.
He's like, yeah, I know it's a rap, dog. What do you want me to do? That's a good way to throw the towel in.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Rihanna's hurt.
Do you?
Why even mention it? That's some hurt bitch shit.
Is it?
Think about it.
Is it?
Why would you even bring that? If
it did take two to tango? So like
That's
when
what I'm saying.
people saying like,
Something
oh
going
man,
on, yo.
she never did. I'm like, all right, listen, let's pump the brakes.
why
Let's
would you
use
even
logic.
say that? Like, if you don't have feelings for anybody, you just go.
No,
Oh
he's-
yeah, me and Drake are cool. I
that's
haven't spoken in a while, but I'm sure
Yeah.
things are always good. She specifically said, he said he loved me. It made it awkward. Now we're not friends. You're trying to embarrass that man.
But
Something happened, yo.
all right, but how do you know
Something happened.
she's not holding back too? Like maybe there's something worse. And maybe that was her.
Maybe he's a rapist.
Maybe that was her version.
No.
Oh wow! All right, that got dark fast.
No. He got a
Drake
point.
Cosby.
Right.
He got a point.
He
got a
I'm not just gonna accuse rappers of
point.
rape.
You know what's uncomfortable?
2018?
Rape.
Bro.
Oh my
Rape is
God.
uncomfortable.
Got a point.
Oh,
he has been
dude,
putting out a lot of
no.
women empowerment songs.
Yo, that's
If I
some
want to
content shit.
cover, if I want to cover up some shit, I might do that.
Get Hannibal on the case right now.
If anybody knows how to expose this Hannibal.
It's Hannibal.
Oh god.
Nah, but for real, it just seems like you're hurt.
It does
yo.
seem a little hurt.
You're
She's
hurt.
always hated him too much for it to not be anything.
And they were friends. She didn't hate him. They were
yeah,
cool
like,
for a minute.
They made a lot of jams together.
They did a
like,
little twerking and shit.
Yeah,
I
they
think
were-
he ain't call her back. I think she didn't want to be with that oil billionaire. I think she wanted a little bit of Drake, and Drake wasn't having it. I think Drake moved on her. I think she was so upset she started eating and got fat. I think we've been, because no matter what Rihanna does, we act like it's like so brave. Do you know what I mean? Like
What you mean brave?
Rihanna out here fucking eating chicken tenders every single day.
No, I love
gaining
thick
40
Rihanna, bro. I'm
pounds.
sorry,
Kaz a
bro.
big fan of thick
I'm
Rihanna.
a big fan
Yeah, I
of thick
like thick
Rihanna,
Rihanna.
dog.
I'm good on thick Rihanna. That's
Y'all
I like
can have
thick
that.
and thin Rihanna. I just like Rihanna.
No, then Rihanna, like that's.
She was bad too.
I said this. I've
maybe
tweeted
this is
this
her
many
way
times.
of getting rid of Drake. Is I'm gonna get fat and get dark skinned dudes.
Bro,
like
she was
me.
not fat. Thin Rihanna was like, I've always said Thin Rihanna is like that Steph Curry MVP year when
Yeah.
he broke the records for the 3-pointers.
Yeah.
And then he came back and smashed that record by like 100 more 3-pointers and
Yeah.
became unanimous.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know I needed Rihanna with titties. And then once she got meat on her and just looked like, delicious.
Yeah,
Thick Rihanna, thin Rihanna,
I like
I'll take 'em
a
all.
lower calorie Rihanna, man.
Me
I'll
too.
be honest with you.
Me too.
Yeah,
I like a
umbrella
diet Rihanna.
Rihanna.
I
I like
Aspartame
all that
Rihanna.
Shit. Give
Listen.
me vegan Rihanna.
I like extra plate Rihanna.
Fuck that. Keep your plate.
Give me extra turkey gravy Rihanna, second helping
Crazy, man.
Mean
Y'all think you like that, but you don't.
Give me
do.
Atkins Rihanna.
I do.
Yeah,
But
man.
you-
I
it's
think you
soft.
like-
You like Kylie?
Say what?
You like Kylie Jenner?
I mean, she all right. I'm not. That's like not my dream
You
girl.
used to.
Really? Kyle, you talk about Kendall?
Nah, he used to.
I like
Kylie.
Kendall.
Kendall
Kylie-
fine.
Kylie,
Kylie,
always,
I'm
yeah.
good on Kylie. But Kendall fine.
I'm good on.
like
I think
Kylie.
Kendall's the prettiest also.
Yeah, Kendall's the
Yeah.
prettiest. I mean, Kylie's fun for a night because she got a lot going on. But
That bitch
like,
look like an anime character. Kylie.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm
too much.
cool
She's like a
with that.
Bratz doll.
I've jerked off to anime, so I'm not
Anime?
I'm not gonna not fuck the real thing. You know what I mean? Not anime, not some old
I was
bitch.
about to say like Tina
Anime?
Turner.
What the
I thought you said anime. I'm like, oh, anime, like the
Wait,
Japanese
so
animation.
You're the people they put that shit on porn sites for?
Wait,
I
what?
never I always wondered why do they put anime porn?
People get
on?
off on that.
Yeah,
stuff,
I mean,
man.
I don't know. Why not?
I thought it was just
What do
Asians.
you mean, why
No,
not?
I
It's
don't
not-
jerk off to it all the time, but I have.
In
jerked
Andrew's
off
defense,
to it.
there's horse videos on YouTube.
All right,
Yeah.
this
You know
is
what I mean?
this
Like,
is.
I've
this
jerked
is-
off to that too. No, I don't jerk off to any of the animal stuff. I'll watch it for fun. I watched that once on Thanksgiving.
Oh,
with my
as
family.
we're speaking.
Yeah.
Right
Rihanna
now,
gained 10 pounds.
right now, the Met Gala is going on right now. Right.
Rihanna can't
This is actually has to do with Rihanna.
Yo, we need to
Where-
stop supporting
where-
whatever Rihanna does, yo.
Bro, all right,
I
well,
love Rihanna, but I don't think
all
you're
right. So
wrong.
this is what we're doing.
Everything she does, she can't do nothing
The Met
wrong.
Gala is going on right now, right? She
That's too
came,
much.
What is she wearing?
and the theme this year is Sunday Best.
That bitch look like the mom in Coming to
And
America.
Rihanna
She
came
look like the
dressed-
queen.
Let me see.
Like
She
a
came
light skin.
dressed as the Pope.
Let me do what?
She came dressed as the Pope,
Wow.
2018 though, Alex.
and she
Oh, there it
looks
is.
fire.
Oh, but this is thick Rihanna because she got the like armpit titty.
She look like a hot auntie.
Yeah, I'm not into
y'all
that.
are bugging though. I don't listen.
No.
This is this has to be something we
don't
just gonna have to disagree
I don't
on.
like that. Yo, you like that armpit titty shit? I
bro.
like titty and then arm. I don't like that little mid titty shit right here.
You're worried about the wrong part of the meat. it's like you're eating a whole chicken and you just you like the little nub at the dog. Nobody cares about the nub. There's so much good meat over here. Like there's yeah.
Yeah,
We're
but
just gonna have to agree to disagree.
Oh shit! I'm not going to eat the meat regardless. So I'm just going to look at the meat, and if I want to look at the meat, that's what I'm going to look at.
You carving the wrong parts of the turkey was what I'm saying, man.
But it's like
you're trying to eat the bone off the drumstick. It's like nobody eats the bone off the drumstick.
There's too many comparisons about Rihanna. We just don't like thick Rihanna.
I just don't
All right,
want
chicken,
Rihanna.
Steph Curry, whatever you want to do.
Listen,
we just prefer the thinner Rihanna. That's all.
Rihanna, I listen. I'm a stand dog. Like she could do no wrong in my eyes.
Really?
Like, to me, that's just me.
She's
That's just
cool.
She's just what bubbles my tea, dog. Like she's just to me. I'm sorry, bro. Like she's just. I just made that up on the spot. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that means. But
tea don't even have bubbles in it unless it's from Korea.
Unless it's like fucking boiling.
Bubbles your water.
Bubbles my water to make the tea.
Yeah, but you don't put the tea in first.
They don't.
What do you put the milk in before your cereal? What kind of sociopath are you?
You know, I mean, that would save you some good milk if you poured the milk first. I stand by this. This isn't a controversial take. It's okay to pour the milk first.
I sit here as someone who has hung out with Rihanna before.
So me too. But my story isn't probably as good
Skinny
as yours.
Rihanna.
I did hang out with skinny Rihanna once. I feel like I told the Rihanna story.
Very cool girl.
Yeah.
Very nice girl. Very sweet girl. Mm-hmm. Prefer her skinnier. It's just me.
That is you.
If we're
bro.
objectifying people, I'm going to tell you
Let's objectify away.
Yeah, I'm just saying how I like my, celebrity.
I like my celebrity.
You like her thicker.
I like things to move on my woman. You know what I mean? Like I like softness. I like it's just what I like.
I just don't want you to outweigh me.
Of course, she's not.
I think that's most guys. I just don't weigh that much. So
well,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's true.
So for me, it's just I'm always gonna prefer the smaller girl.
Listen,
thick Rihanna to me is like San Francisco hot.
that is harsh. That's a little harsh. All right.
I called Drake a rapist 8 minutes ago. What are you getting on me for this for?
And that was the line to cross. You can call Drake a rapist. Saying Rihanna is only San Francisco hot is when I have to be like, no, sir.
I didn't hear you say that. San Francisco hot. Oh my god.
No, sir.
That's what we should start calling fives.
San Francisco hot. Yeah, you're a San Francisco 11. No. Dude, it's bad, but it's going to be fun. I'm going to start taking pictures of them.
Boy.
That's going to be on my Instagram. My Instagram story is just going to be pictures of all like the 1s, 2s, and 3s that you see. That I see walking around in San Francisco. San Francisco is the only city where you see people and you're like, are they homeless? You're not sure. You're not sure, and they could absolutely not be homeless.
You gotta ask.
I feel like that's why they made sex robots, because I was walking around San Francisco like I can't do any of this. Yeah. This is no good. Just give me the robot. I'll make a robot fuck this thing.
I'm totally okay with it.
That's exactly why they came through with the robots, though.
All right. Anything else, guys?
I think. Where were we at?
It's a long one.
Yeah, it's a long pause.
141.
Oh yeah, that's seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, did you want to say anything about Avengers? Guys, if you're listening and you want to watch the Avengers episode of Westerbros, it's up now. But
go
we
for
can
it.
also give you some heat on Avengers here. What is your take on Avengers?
I got so many takes that will probably take us over 2 hours. So
why don't we just give a quick one each, and then we can go.
Black Panther in Avengers is similar to Ben Simmons in the playoffs. It's like, you got me all excited for this.
Rookie of the year.
Son.
Bro, I was so disappointed. I'm wearing a Wakanda Forever hat as we speak.
Son, he's a trash superhero.
Oh, my God.
I said this before the movie came out, and people, of course, they called me racist for some reason. His superpowers suck. He sucks.
It's like
his
best superpower.
By everybody else in his own movie.
Oh my God!
What's his best superpower? Getting beaten up.
His best superpower is getting beat up, so he can use it back on you.
That's it.
What kind of nails?
Yeah, his manicure and police brutality is his best superpower. That's it. That's it.
Oh, you watched the movie.
He might
and
as well
it's
be a
like,
black trans dude. That's exactly what his. That's exactly what his superpower is.
I watched the movie so disappointed, and you can tell.
Don't call him.
You can tell they
Wakanda
filmed
forever.
this all
Say
like
RuPaul's
in the same.
Runway forever.
Oh my god! It's like the stock flew down so low.
He has a great walk.
Oh, the walk is
That's
fire.
the best thing about him. He has a great walk.
He didn't even say "get this man a shield" like I expected him to say it in the movie.
Oh, he did.
He did, but he said it all different. Like he didn't say it like mad dramatic like they do in the commercial. Like they really fucked with us in that
Get
movie.
this man a shield.
Yeah, it was like
That
get this
is
man a
how he
shield.
speaks.
I was like, what?
Ba, 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 da, ba.
Not for nothing. Like Shuri's probably doper than he is. Like at least Shuri uses guns. At least she shoots people.
Dude, and you know who's fucking dumb?
Who?
Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Can he be killed?
Like, bruh.
I think that's the new Captain America, right?
I think he's about to be.
I think he's gonna be the
eventually.
next. I think that's what it was in the comic books.
Yeah, like the
he
Winter Soldier or Falcon. Eventually,
sucks. Dude,
There's no charisma on this man whatsoever.
first of all, he's doing all his work with one arm. For what?
I mean, he did have that cool moment with Rocket with the raccoon when he picked him up and was like shooting him. That was cool.
But like,
But he should have died like in Civil War. Like I would have
just
killed him.
fucking die. He's fighting super aliens with an AK-47. That is your
Captain America's a shitty superhero.
Yeah,
you
don't
can't
get
say
me
Black
wrong.
Panther's whack and Captain
But
America's
at
good.
least
Who
Captain
said,
America.
who said that?
Okay, so I'm saying we need to acknowledge
I've
that
been
Captain America
shitting on
also
Captain
sucks.
America
yes.
for fucking
Yes.
years.
Okay. Good. Good. You and I hated the movie. When we first saw the movie. We saw it together. Hated it.
Horrible movie.
The fucked up
Captain
shit.
My
America
brother
2
defends
was
it to this
much
day.
better.
Captain America
Yeah.
2 to
One
me
was
is the best.
atrocious.
That's crazy. That's
the
the
best
most
Marvel
flagrant
movie.
take we've had.
What?
No, it's a
Me
good movie.
defending Cosby
Winter-
is not
Winter
as bad as you
Soldier?
just saying
No,
that's
Winter-
the best movie.
It's the best Marvel movie.
crazy.
Yes, it
Captain
is.
Winter Soldier wasn't that bad because you
It's
have
good.
the fucking Winter Soldier guy. As long as he's fighting humans with an AK-47,
Exactly.
that's fine.
It's cool.
But when you're fighting intergalactic beasts with an AK-47, like you don't feel a little weird?
Dog, it was like it was watching that shit and seeing like Black Panther send out like all the troops and just have shitty fucking strategy on
Why
how
are
to
there
keep
still
them out.
40 people in Wakanda.
And
he gets all the
he's-
troops, go to the front. And it's like, Dave, Tom, Jack. All right, we're all here? Okay, cool, let's do it. The Avengers like, really? This is how you protect all of Wakanda with 7 guys?
Dog,
They didn't even have enough for a full fucking court game. There was 8 fucking Wakandans that know how to throw a spear. That's it. Where are all those bitches that were going to fight it?
Word. They were, even Okoye, they had Scarlet Witch like waiting in the back, and then she comes and like wipes out half the people, and she's like, "Why the hell was he? Why was she waiting back there the whole time? Why were we over here fighting and dying?"
Another hot take. Another hot take. I said this on Westerbro, so if y'all listen both, I apologize. But every female superhero's power is her period.
I'm gonna need you to explain this. What is
When Scarlet Witch is doing things? What does she do? How does she affect people? What does she throw at them? What color
red
is it?
stuff?
It's a red beam.
It's a red beam from
It's
her thoughts.
A red beam from her thoughts. I bet it is from her thoughts. No, it's right from her fucking fallopian tubes.
What about Scarlet?
Scarlet? Well, first of all, Scarlet Witch, right? What color is Scarlet?
No, Scarlett Johansson's character.
But let's go back to just Scarlet. Scarlet Witch.
Red.
Scarlet is red. Witch is what a girl turns into on her period.
Yeah.
Right? You're just calling her
A girl on her period.
PMS.
Scarlet
Just
Witch.
call her PMS, right?
That's a
Call her
great
PMS.
nickname for when a
So
girl's
what
on her period.
about Gamora? What about the Guardians?
What
chick?
about her?
What's her period
They got
superpower?
the girl that like controls emotions, which I guess is
Who?
that makes you sleep. Mantis.
Who?
I
Oh, the
think.
Asian chick?
Yeah, the Asian joint.
Yeah, yeah, but she's like part insect.
That's fucked up. How we just all knew she was Asian.
Yeah, I've been calling her the Asian chick.
It's like never mind the antennas and just like
No,
oh, yeah,
you're
she's
the
the
Asian
Asian
chick.
chick.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
okay.
Yeah. No, Jean Grey, right?
Yeah, Jean Grey.
What does she turn into?
The Phoenix.
A fiery phoenix.
She just gets real angry.
She just gets fucking pissed. That's all that
Everybody
happens.
dies.
She gets pissed, people die, right? She turns into a red fiery phoenix, gets pissed, everybody else dies.
just an uncontrollable bitch.
Uncontrollable bitch. And Cyclops is hanging out with her so much, he's
Word.
shooting red shit out of his eyes.
And even like Professor X is like the strongest dude. He's like, bro, I don't know. Like she usually listens to me, man. I don't know what to do.
There's nothing I can do. I can't control her.
There's no reasoning with her when she's like this.
No. I'm doing my best. I'm begging her. Nothing. She's just doing whatever the fuck she wants to do and terrorizing everything in her path.
Just wait for this to pass. That's
It's
the
like,
only hope.
It'll pass. Eventually.
Why do you
Just
think
let it go.
Wolverine's so upset? Because he's stuck in that fucking mansion with all these girls cycled up on their periods. Dude, and you just once a
And the
month
worst
have
part
to go
about
through
it-
superhero period time. Think about it. It's fucking horrible. Show me that movie. There's
the saddest
one
part
week
about
in
it
that
is-
mansion that is hell.
The saddest part about it is Wolverine can't die. So he's been living this for like
Literally, why do you think he's
3,000
exhausted,
years.
bro? Why do you think he's so... Well, they go, where'd Wolverine go? He took his motorcycle and just left. Yeah, for a week. So you don't have to deal with your fucking twats on your period, okay? And what is
man.
the Russian girl? What is her name?
God, who's the Russian girl?
That's the Scarlett
Yeah,
Johansson.
Natasha, whatever.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
got-
Black Widow.
Her name is Black Widow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She has no powers. She's a spy. She's
That's
good
it.
at
She has
spy
no
shit.
powers. Yeah, if
She's
you have no
just-
powers, I can't talk to
she's
you.
just
But
hot.
If her powers being hot. But if you have if you're a girl superhero, guaranteed, it has to do with your period, your power. Name anyone. Because think about who writes this. It's a bunch of nerds that don't understand how women can be strong. And they'll be like, well, when have women been scared? Oh, shit, they get really scary on their period. So maybe when Scarlet Witch does something, they could have made the color of the shit that she has blue. They could have made it orange. They could have made it pink. No, it's fucking menstrual red.
Red
Okay?
was the
It looks like a
color of choice.
Cavaliers away jersey. Name another superhero.
Oh gosh, She-Hulk.
Wonder
color is
Woman?
she? Green.
She's green.
Yeah. Oh, she is green, right?
Yeah,
She-Hulk.
she's green.
thought
Wonder
she was
Woman, red. Wonder Woman.
What did Wonder Woman do? Come in.
She has a lasso of truth.
What's up?
And what's good, bro? How you living,
Okay,
man?
she did Lasso of Truth.
Yeah, she whips you with the lasso and makes you tell the truth.
Sounds like some shit that a girl on her period would think of.
That's a stretch. You out on She-Hulk.
Okay, no. What else does she have? She has another thing, right?
She has an invisible plane.
She's an invisible plane.
She's
what else?
super strong. She has like she has the shit with the arm bracelets.
Doesn't she have some like ring thing?
No, that's the lasso of truth.
I
for real.
didn't watch this movie. I didn't.
I don't know. Fuck. I tried.
she
I tried
puts-
DC. I really did. Like Justice League was trash. I really gave it a
Yeah.
shot.
Anyway, it's trash. Fuck it. Whatever. Marvel. Maybe it's just Marvel. They know how to make women strong.
They do.
Anything
Good
else?
for Marvel.
I thought it was a great movie. I think
I thought it was super fun, man.
we talked about two things that they do that DC just doesn't ever do: relatable superhero. I mean, bad guys, relatable villains.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at Thanos, like this dude got a point. This dude should win. And
It's
it's just a
like-
snap of the fingers, and you're good.
Yeah, like DC. The difference between DC and Marvel has gotten really good, especially in Spider-Man: Homecoming, Black Panther, and Infinity War, in making villains that make you go.
Dog, Daredevil, Kingpin is so
the
fucking
point.
relatable if you watch the Daredevil
That's
series.
the point. It's like Thanos wants to commit a universal genocide, and he's like, I've traveled the universes, and we're just running out of resources, and our
Yeah.
only thing is
He's not blaming any race.
He's like, it'll
Snap
be
the
fair.
fingers. Whoever goes, goes.
What's great about it is he goes, it's going to apply to all classes, all genders, and all races, right? So he's not just taking out the poor. He's not just taking
Yeah.
out the rich. It's not the Purge.
Yeah.
The Purge is let's just kill all poor people. Those are those movies, The Purge, right? That's the idea, right? So if we get the poor people out of here, they're not going to be a drain on society, whatever. I'm just going to kill everybody, and then literally, what I've said on Westeros is he's Mitt Romney. It's like Mitt Romney goes into a company, fires half the people, and then the other half the people get to keep their jobs and makes the company profitable.
And that's what he said to Gamora when he was like, "You destroyed my planet." He was like, "Well, actually,
saved your
we killed half your people."
And
actually,
he about it, dog.
It's been
he,
a prosperous.
He sacrificed his daughter for this.
He didn't want to, but he's like, "Man, she got to get done."
Yeah.
It's like yoink.
Man,
Throw
this
him
is
off
practical. And the second thing they do is it's just so fucking funny. I never found the DC movies funny. But that little
Yeah.
scene where Thor finds out that Gamora is Thanos' daughter, and then he just puts his arm on her, you think it's going to be all tense, and he's like, families can be tough. And then he just talks about Loki and all that shit, and they just go
Yeah.
back and forth. So funny.
Yeah, Thor has went from I think he's had like the biggest like growth as far as like people I've been interested in. Like superheroes.
I had zero.
Like I had
interest in
zero
it.
interest in the first two movies. I thought he was.
I thought the
corny.
first movie was great. Second movie I thought was bad.
No, I had zero interest in him
No,
as
in
a
Thor
character
movies.
before the even movie.
Right,
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be
movie
whack
got
as
me
fuck.
in.
Yeah,
I thought it was
why
gonna be
don't
some
care
like
about
Game
this
of Thrones
motherfucker?
shit.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But like
Fucking
once I
wings on your
saw
helmet.
Ragnarok, I thought Ragnarok was probably one of the.
Super funny.
It's
Phenomenal.
by far the funniest comic
Yeah.
book movie.
Yeah, Guardians is up there too.
Guardians is up
Very
there
good,
too,
very
but
good, yeah.
definitely Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And then this motherfucker, when he comes in Wakanda and hits the fucking axe for the first time, he's like,
God.
"Bring me Thanos."
Yeah.
Dog, you would have thought like Porzingis dunked on LeBron.
Yeah.
How loud my theater got when he was
That was
like,
dope.
"Bring me Thanos." Everyone was like, "Yeah." And the Hulk was like, "Oh, you done messed up now." And then they all still die, which is, I guess,
Yo, Hulk
it was a great moment though.
Mad pussy. Bro. Hulk is mad pussy, dude.
Super pussy.
First time in his life he experiences some adversity, and all of a sudden he's
He's like,
shook.
"I'm good." It was
know
the first time.
You know who the Hulk is? Roy Hibbert. Right? Big 7-footer.
Holy
Probably
fuck,
never been
that's
in an
good.
argument or in a fight in his entire life.
man.
He gets G-checked by somebody fucks his girl or some shit like that. I forget what happened. Something happened in Indiana, and then he gets G-checked in a preseason game.
And he's
When
like,
he was
"You
on
know
the
what?
Lakers, he gets slapped by some other guy. Didn't even make the league. After that, I don't even know if he's still in the league.
I
He's
don't
probably
think he's in
playing
the
in
league.
fucking Siberia somewhere.
Over.
Yeah,
Done.
Like,
Game
he had
over.
them good playoff series against like the Knicks and the Heat.
Confidence.
And Roy Hibbert's like,
taken.
"Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm
Bye.
good."
Bye, confidence.
There's something about big people like that pick on someone your own size. Shit
David and
is
Goliath,
real.
dog.
It's real.
They're not
dog,
used to
like,
it. They're not used to people checking them.
Nah, that's why you always got to go punch the biggest dude in the face because a lot of
Sure.
times they've never been punched in the face.
Yo,
You just got to see how they
sometimes-
react.
Sometimes comics are like that. Comics will be all ball busty, and then you bust their balls, and they can't handle it because they're not used to.
Yeah, true.
They're not
Yeah.
used to being snapped on.
Hell no.
Anyway, yo, thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast. I know that we had an announcement this week, but we want to work on it a little bit more before we share it with you guys. Okay.
But it's good stuff.
But it's good
It's good
stuff.
stuff.
Good stuff in the works. Again, thank you so much for pre-ordering my debut comedy album 551. Please continue to pre-order it. There's links on theandrewschultz.com, my website. Links. I'm always posting on Instagram. I love it when you guys send me the screenshots of you guys buying it, man. I want to make this number one. Let's make this number one. I want to
Yes,
be the
sir.
first comic that's never done comedy on TV to have a number one comedy album. That
Let's
would
do
be
Let's do it.
historic. So
Let's do it.
Oh,
get out there
shit.
and do that shit. Talk to me, man.
Flagrant2merch.com. Go to
yes.
flagrant2merch.com.
Get
Go to
that
flagrant2merch.com.
merch.
Get that shirt, get that hoodie, get that whatever, that hoop, anything. It really helps, you know what I mean? It helps, you know, not just in our pockets, which we really appreciate, but it's really dope seeing people take pictures with the merch and just being able to,
Helps get the word out.
you know, help gets the word out, starts conversations with people. It's nice. So, you know, we really do appreciate that. And continue to visit that site and buy some shit. Oh wow, my fault. Palooza in 2 weeks, Hammerstein Ballroom. We are almost sold out. Hammerstein Ballroom is the first time we're doing it there. It's a legendary New York venue. We cannot wait to get in there. So not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Get your tickets on DucePalooza.com and pull up.
Fire,
And shout out to everybody who comes from Flagrant that are Flagrant 2 fans. Like, you know, I didn't make it to the DC one in stadium, but you know, there was a bunch of people that, like, they were telling me, like, yo, there's mad people in like Flagrant 2 shirts
Let's
here. Like,
go. Yo, I love it
Duce
when we have
Palooza.
the
So I'm like,
shows,
yo,
man.
What's up?
let's do it, man.
To be
Just
honest,
if you got
whenever
the
I'm
merch,
at my
bring it through.
shows and people are in the Flagrant 2 merch, I always make sure I get that picture, man.
Yeah,
I like to
man.
repost. I like to just and tag me in that shit. I just like to collect them, man, because I love to see that we're touching people all over the
great.
place. You know, Akaash and I were in Texas a couple weekends ago, and tons of people from the podcast came up, keeping it tight, throwing the assholes up. So
It was crazy,
Oh,
man.
it's
man.
wild. You wouldn't believe how many people. Like, I spent like a good week in LA last week. That, like, I ran into somebody in the motherfucking just walking down Hollywood, like
Hot.
going to the gym,
hot.
and somebody's like, "You're the podcast, right? Keep it
Yeah.
tight." He spoke barely no English.
Yo, let's
He's like,
go.
"Keep it tight, keep it tight." So
Yeah.
I forgot the kid's name, but shout out to him. But
Yeah.
like, that's. Listen, we're all in the entertainment / you know, pay attention to me business. So yes, we
the
never
pay attention to
get
business is perfect.
we never get
Whatever the
tired.
fuck this is.
We never get tired of any type of compliments. Like, so please, like, buy the merch, show love, throw it up, keep it tight, all that shit.
And
And,
just
you
the
know,
support, man. I can't tell you how much this business is changing, bro. It's like people couldn't believe it. Even within the last like year, you know, just for me personally, like people didn't even understand. Comedy clubs didn't even understand that a podcast could bring people in. And then having these comedy clubs, you know, starting to like sell out these shows, they're like, oh my God, he's not on a sitcom on ABC. How is it possible that people are coming to sell it out?
How is he making a living?
Exactly. So we in the future, we literally are operating in the future right now. So, and it's my goal that we have this like tight connection with you guys and keep on riding that ship, because that's the security, if you ask me. Because they could take away shows, they could take away opportunities, they could take away all these things, but they can't take away the relationship you got with the fans. So thank you guys for supporting us. Keep it fucking tight, and we'll see you next week, man. I'm excited about it.
Yeah,
Peace.